There we are.
Okay. Yes, here we are.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I run around like a chicken with my legs cut off.
Yeah. What for?
Well, I had that cook today,
Yeah, yeah,
and I just pulled the meat off a little bit ago, and been trying to get everything shut down outside.
right. Um,
So I managed to pull it off, but here I am late again.
no, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Where's our chat at?
It's over here on the left-hand side for me. Hey,
Uh,
Alex. Hey, Terry.
there.
Lisa, welcome everybody. Let's see.
How y'all are?
Yeah, how's everybody doing? Yeah. Okay, so I got everybody so far. Hey, nothing but love. How you doing? Um, Today was a first in our family.
Oh yeah.
I got Murphy his first suit today.
Uh-oh.
And boy, let me tell you, he looks so handsome.
What's the occasion?
Homecoming is on Saturday, the homecoming dance. So
Okay.
I decided he needed a suit, and he wanted. I couldn't believe it, but he picked a kind of a milk chocolatey brown suit.
Yeah.
And I got him two shirts to go with it, a light colored one and a dark colored one. Not really dark, but it's about a shade lighter than the actual suit fabric, but it's different textures, of course. And a hang on, I'll show you the tie. He picked the girl's wearing a pink dress, but you got to
Okay.
see the tie. Hang on one sec.
Nothing but love. How you doing? Terry, how you doing? Lisa, glad to see you. Alex, welcome.
Check this out.
Oh, I
Oh,
like that.
isn't that nice?
It reminds me of my old days.
But I thought, wow, he looks so grown in that suit. It was like, whoa, who are you? And what did you do with my son? But I'm happy that he has it because, every young man needs a suit. It might not be one he could wear to a funeral, but, we'll
You
work.
know, you
And
know,
there's no guarantee that he won't outgrow it too. So,
my first wife, she did a lot of sewing,
yeah.
and I mean, she made dresses, bridesmaids dresses. She was in it pretty good. Uh, that was back in the leisure suit days.
Oh, yeah.
So I had several leisure suits that she'd made me.
Oh,
And at that time, I was working retail on the floor, so I had to wear a tie every day.
right.
Every single thing she ever made, she had scraps and made me a tie. I'll
Oh,
bet I'll bet I had 70, 80 ties. Crushed velvet, pink,
oh,
double knit, you name it. You remember the old double knit, right?
I do. I do. My dad. I remember my dad wearing those leisure suits, and I always wondered how comfortable they could be.
Well, they were comfortable, but they were
They,
hot.
hot, yeah,
But then I was up north, so it wasn't scorching hot.
right,
It was just a thing of the time, leisure suits, bell bottoms, all that.
right, right.
The big collars that were splayed out there like that.
Yeah, excuse me. Mm, mm.
So
I'm
is he
reading.
going with the same young lady he's been
Yes,
attending other events with? That's good.
I keep trying to encourage him to play the field a little bit, but he don't want to hear none of that right now.
Well, he may have a different point of view of what the field is.
Touche. Oh goodness. But I guess they seem to like each other quite a lot,
Good.
which is disturbing.
I mean, that's
What do you do? Young
good
love.
stuff anyway, huh?
Yeah. Lisa, I hope it does match the dress. There are probably two different shades of pink and then kind of a interesting peach in this tie. And so I do think it'll go nicely. I've seen the dress. Um, but I've only seen a photo of it. And you know how screens can alter,
Oh yeah, the color's not always exact.
but I did my best. I did my best. Um, we will see. But now he can't decide yet if he wants to wear the light ivory colored shirt or the kind of milk chocolatey colored shirt. I told him it's September. He probably ought to go with the darker one just because it's after Labor Day, but that's just me.
Well, one may match your dress better than the other one.
That's true too. And it is really a pretty dress. It's not quite as flamboyant as the prom dress was, and it's a little more um, modest than the prom dress was.
Well,
But
shoot.
she's going to be lovely in the dress. Yeah.
Well, that's great, Terry.
Oh, Terry, congratulations. Boy, you know how to jump right back in, don't you? He was not barbecuing for a while.
Yeah, I know.
And now here he is. He decides to open back up and bam. So when's the wedding, Terry?
Hey, Susie.
Susie.
Now that cook I did today is for a birthday party tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
It's one of my old neighbors. He's turning 80,
Oh my goodness.
and they're doing a surprise party for him. But last I heard, there's going to be about 75 to 100 people there.
Holy Toledo.
I cooked a full packer brisket, a brisket flat, and two pork butts today.
Nice.
So that
Nice. Did you get to
should
eat
feed
any
a.
of
Pardon me?
Did you get to eat any of it?
No, I haven't even cut it yet.
Oh
It's
no.
in, it's in the other room cooling off,
Oh wow.
so I can get it in my refrigerator.
The Dog Father's Barbecue. Welcome.
Hey,
So
Alton, how
I
you
saw
doing?
it on, so I had to drop by and say hello. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Hey, you need to check out Dogfather's channel. He's got a great channel.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
he's over there and killing it.
Killing it.
He's just killing it. But Terry, your little episode a week or two ago, did that come out okay?
I'm doing physical therapy to try to get back in shape.
Well, I saw my cardiologist Thursday. He says I'm doing very well. He's real
Very
pleased with
good.
how I'm doing.
That is good to hear.
Wouldn't know what I'd been doing all summer, and I kind of told him, and I'd
Uh
been
huh.
milking it, and he said, "Well, it's probably time to stop milking it."
Oh, he got your number.
So, well, you know, I've played the sympathy card all summer, but the honeydew list is still growing.
Getting bigger and bigger, isn't
It didn't even slow down.
it? I I got to figure something out here. Give me 1 second.
All right.
One, two, three. Okay, never. I've got it. I've got it. I'm trying to make a cardigan, and I'm not going to do it on here. I'm just,
Is
I'm
that a
just.
different one, or is that the same one you've been working on?
It's a different one. I got the other one finished. It's this color,
Oh, okay.
kind of a burgundy. And then I made Millie, my grand Millie, this big old blanket here out of the. She came over and saw this yarn that I was working with and asked me, Granny, could you make me one out of that yarn? Because it's real soft and feels like chenille. Let me turn off my background here for a second.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Um, so I made her this just for her, and it's just a bunch of random colors thrown together, but
Looks good.
I think she's gonna like it. It's kind of heavy, but
Madwood's got a new logo. I like that.
oh yeah,
I like that.
Terry, that looks real nice. Excuse me.
All right, let me put it out there. So anyway, I had to jump on the scales and took a man. That was a 208.
Oh, ouch!
I was at probably 181, 182
Mm-hmm.
last October. Well, I lost a bunch and then I gained it all back.
Wow.
Look what I found.
Hey, Tom, what are you doing
Hey,
with that tie on? You goofball.
It's not
I
a
knew it was that
tie.
kind of joint. I'd have dressed up.
It's not a tie. It's the back of a frame.
Oh,
How you all are?
We're
do
doing good. How you doing?
Can't complain. Can't complain at all.
well, I have some good news. Me and Mona have been walking every other day on the phone together because, I'm still a little apprehensive about going for a walk by myself since I
Huh?
had that episode 6 years ago. And uh, I've lost 4 pounds. Go me.
Well,
Go.
congratulations. I think I found it and then some.
I'm look, I even bought me and her both bought treadmills so that when it's raining outside or too hot outside or whatever, we can still go walking. Thank you, Susie. Thank you. So yeah, I've walked every day, and
Cool.
I don't walk as far when I'm on the phone with Mona because she's got more heart problem than I do,
Hmm.
significantly more. So I don't want her to overdo it. It scares me to death to walk with her on the phone.
Nice
Well,
and
But
easy. That's it.
my doc told me I need to jump back up on my bicycle again.
well, that might might be nice. Or do you want to do that? Or
Well, my question to him was, how do you know I had a bicycle?
yeah,
There you
how do
go. There you go.
He said, you should be walking or riding your bike or something like that.
you?
And what you say? What am I? 8 years old?
I enjoy riding Hazel when I can. Right now she's kind of stranded in the backyard, but that's another story.
Well, my bike's been parked for a couple of years, but I told him, I said, well, I did make 4 trips from Houston to Austin.
I remember you telling me
So it's
that.
not like I don't know how to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think if I stay around the perimeter of my neighborhood, I think it's like a mile and a .4 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I used to come home from work. I make 3 laps
Right.
My
before I
doctor,
come in for the
my
evening.
doctor told my urologist told me, do not ride a bike.
Oh,
Stay the hell off a bike, especially a man, because of prostate problems.
Well, I may
right.
hear that because I got to see my urologist Monday.
Yep. So I mean, yin and yang of who says what.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
he should get a stationary bike or go to a place that has you're a senior citizen. You go to uh, one of them gyms. They give you the silver sneakers or whatever the hell it is.
Hey,
Silver
Jan.
Go,
sneakers.
yeah. So you can go. So you can go. Pedal a bike. I said, how about if I just watch somebody else do it? You know what I mean? Come on.
Well, I'll tell you, they have, Tom, they've got these stationary pedals. It's not a bike that you sit
Yeah.
on, it's just a wheel and pedals that you set in front of you or under your desk or something. So you
Hmm.
can be moving your legs, and that wouldn't be a bad idea.
But I said to the doctor, I said, obviously you don't read my full medical report. Obviously, okay. That I got a screw in one ankle. Okay, I got a twisted knee. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So you want me to ride a bike? I
Yeah.
said, come on, what, crazy.
I forgot about that too.
Yeah.
I didn't read your report. I'm sorry.
See what I mean?
But
Unbelievable.
I'm very excited because when I feel like walking, I just hop up on the treadmill and it's foldable, so it can go under the bed because it's only about
Hmm.
this tall, and it's also foldable, so you can take the handlebar thing down and slide it under the sofa. But see, my sofa has a bar in the middle of it, so I can't do that because I
Cool.
can't get it in there. But I can lean it up against the wall. I'm gonna try to figure out some way to get a screen or something decorative to put in front of it so there's not a treadmill in the
Yeah.
living room.
Just don't overdo it. That's all. I mean,
Right,
it's a good sentiment from the doctors.
right,
Try this and try that, and do this and do that.
right,
Well, where do you ride your bike at? Doctor. I'll
right.
meet you.
Meet you there.
Well, I had a treadmill a few years ago, but it's amazing how many wet clothes you can hang on that thing to dry.
Oh,
I,
um,
my daughter's ex husband got her a treadmill,
yeah.
and an expensive one, whatever the deal was. So I told my daughter, I said, you are not going anywhere on that. So sell it.
Oh,
Well, I don't
Yeah.
mind. I don't mind getting on a bike and riding around, but the stationary bikes just don't do it for me.
No, exactly.
right.
I
I
mean,
understand that.
I need some wind in my face and bugs
Yes,
in my teeth. Feel like I'm going somewhere.
right. Um, I want to try to get back up to 3 miles a day again.
you'll get there.
Yeah, I
Just
think I will.
just take
Yeah,
your
see,
time.
Alton's got it.
Yep, he walked past it every day.
And even if Mona is unable to do that, I can still do it when I get home. I can get on that treadmill and do whatever I didn't do out in the great outdoors.
Yeah, film yourself doing it. Okay, not to post it for yourself.
Okay.
Okay, and then watch it. Put it on. Watch your time on it, and see when you start getting a
Winded or
winded.
expired or whatever.
Okay, and you can see the time on it, and that would be a goal for you to move a little bit
Well,
further.
if I did that, it'd be proof that I really did it. I'd be showing everybody.
Damn right, I'd post it. I'd be pissed off. I would be pissed off at YouTube that it wouldn't go viral.
It'd have to be alive or something.
Yeah.
If I'm putting in that much effort, my goodness. Yeah, I'm real happy with it. And it's amazing how we've been doing it now for 2 weeks. And it's really amazing how much more energy I have now than I did 2 weeks ago. Just from walking. We've been going at least between a mile and a half a day.
This time of the year is when I usually go to the pool. Okay,
Mm-hmm,
because the temperature dropped. Like today was 90. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So that's a cold front for me. You know what I
Right.
mean? You know. But being that my foot still bothered me, but that's what I would do. I would go up and do laps in the pool. Nobody's there, you know, and move around that way. So maybe in a week or so before the temperature drops, because here it's like a light switch.
Well, it was hot today. I think it was 96 on my deck
Hey Jane. No,
before I fired the pit up.
it was like it was like mid 90s, I guess. And then they're saying a couple days this week it's going to be 105 again,
Oh, no.
but it's coming. Yeah, I mean it's going to drop soon.
Sure.
Hey, Jane.
So,
Hey, Jen and Jane. Look at there.
hey Jen, did you plant your tea, Charlotte?
I planted some tea. I planted some chamomile. I planted my mint, lemongrass. There was one other thing I planted, but I have other stuff to plant. I have other stuff, and I've got in my basket from StarkBrothers.com a raspberry bush, a actual tea plant, the Camille sinensis plant.
Mm-hmm.
Camellia. Camellia sinensis is the
That's
name of
black tea. That's black tea, right? Yeah.
Well, actually, Tom, interestingly enough, I've been studying about this, and all teas come from that plant. The only difference is the way it's processed
Okay.
and how long it's left to oxidize. Like green tea, they don't let it, what do you call it? Oxidize. They don't let it turn brown.
Yeah.
They just process it right away. The white tea is made from the flowers
right.
with the hairs on it, the new leaf buds. That's what it is. The new leaf buds
Yeah.
that have flower or hairs on them. And then oolong tea is a process where they only let it oxidize between about 40 and 60%, and then it goes on from there. The black
Mm-hmm.
tea is oxidized completely. But
That's just like pepper, between
Mm.
white pepper and black pepper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, almost the same principle with it,
Right.
and different flavor taste and stuff.
Well, I've been watching some videos on how to do the processing part by hand because I don't, I can't afford all the machines,
Right.
and I don't have a business like that. But for my own personal use, it's perfectly fine to process it by hand.
Yeah.
And I just think it's going to be fascinating. I can't wait to get them. But
We
I'm sorry.
we
What?
we went back to that store again to where
Hmm.
I saved $150, and uh, this time we went and we picked up just the regular stuff that we need.
Right.
Okay. And and the whole same items I would get in the other store because I
Hmm.
counted them, and same items we get at this store, and it only cost me $150.
Oh, Tom,
So-
that's great.
But here's the good thing: down in the back of this place, off into the corner, they
Yeah.
have bulk bins,
Okay.
and they got all the herbs, they got fennel, they got everything that I use to make my tea.
Okay.
They got all that stuff there, so I can buy it in bulk. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put them in jars, the mixtures that we
Hmm.
use. In other words, like star anise and fennel.
Yeah.
Okay, and put them all together into a jar, and then just take them out of the closet, fill them with hot water, let them steep for a little bit, strain them, and put them in a refrigerator.
Oh,
So then we can take them out and use them as we want. You can drink them cold, you can drink them
right.
hot, whatever, however you want it. But I'll make 4 or 5 different types of teas because we
Uh-huh.
use oregano tea and stuff like that,
Hmm.
and different blends. So I was thinking about you today when Marie was talking about. She said she got the jars and everything like that. I said, wonder if Charlotte planted her teas yet. So
I planted quite 4 of them. Oh, and I do have some kind of oregano. I can't remember. I don't know if it's Italian or some other kind, but it's out there. I haven't planted it yet. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. Um, and won't oregano come back every year?
yes,
I thought so. I thought so.
hmm
Um, a
yeah.
lot of these plants will come back. A lot of them are perennial. A lot.
The best. I mean, the best. I mean, I forget about it. I mean, even in summertime, I forget about it because you can drink all that stuff
Sure.
cold. But
Yeah.
I gotta find a mint plant, and because mint is pretty neutral with everything. You can use a little bit of it
Yes.
or a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? So
I got 3 different kinds of mint. I got peppermint, spearmint, and sweet mint. And
okay.
those got planted. But I also planted some mustard greens, and I actually decided to try to see if I can get some cucumbers out of what we have left in the season. And I think I can because I really, really love the kind of cucumbers I grow is called homemade pickles.
hmm
And I love them. I've grown a lot of different varieties. Remember the cucumbers I got at the beginning of the season that were like this big?
Right.
I didn't care for the flavor of those as much. Um,
Okay.
they just didn't. They weren't as sweet. They weren't as crunchy. They weren't. I don't know, as cucumbery.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
And and they're small. They're the homemade pickles variety is a pickling cucumber, but I'll eat those bad boys fresh any day of the week. I love them.
So we're walking up and down. We're walking up and down in between these bins. I mean, they got everything.
Yeah.
I
Oh, they
mean, every
stuff too, like
candy,
beef.
they nuts and stuff.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm talking about in the bulk
Uh,
for the herbs and stuff.
yeah.
So we came around the corner and it was the candy. I guess the candy aisle, all bulk. And I
Oh,
remember as a kid, my dad used to get these black licorice,
yeah.
that black licorice. I took one out of the bin, boom, popped in my mouth. Marie slapped me. Okay, you're gonna get in trouble. Oh, for
Oh
crying!
my
I
goodness.
did worse than stealing that dang licorice. But I got to tell you, once we got up by the meats and stuff like that, I got an instant headache.
Oh no.
I said, "See, you jinxed me, hit me
Right?
about picking a damn licorice."
I would have blamed it on her and said that her hitting me caused this headache, not the.
Yeah, exactly. It was funny. We laughed like hell.
Hi, Brian. With is that Luxivo or Luxivo?
Luxivo,
Okay.
unbelievable. Grumpus, how was your week?
Well, the week just drug on. Uh, I barbecued today. I
For that
did
party?
full packer brisket, a brisket flat, and 2 pork butts.
That's for that party, right? Tomorrow?
That's for that party tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So I was running late tonight. I finally got everything gathered up outside and got in here real quick.
I was gonna give you a call today because now we got 3 computers in this room. Okay, the one I'm on right now is the main one that I use.
Hmm.
Turn the other ones on. I usually turn them on, run Marie's channel. Okay, and she does her thing on her computer. Mine would not load. Mine, I mean, we turn it on. Okay, and everything would go up, but it was very slow loading, and all of a sudden, the pop up comes for Windows 11.
Yeah. Yep. It was trying to do a download, trying to do an update.
So, but I don't have Windows 11. Okay, and it just went on. I could not get any of my programs. I couldn't pull up nothing. Now I'm panicking. What up? Because I had to edit a video today. What am I gonna do?
Did it finally calm down?
It finally calmed down, and there was a Microsoft finally come back and said that they had a problem.
Yeah.
That there was a problem in it. So
Some kind of glitch going on.
Well, they were trying to
something.
download, which tied up all his bandwidth and probably flooded his memory, so none of his programs wanted to load in.
And they keep pushing me for their cloud.
Yeah, I turn all that stuff off.
OneDrive. No, I said no, I don't want it. I don't want it. So I'm thinking that that was the problem. So I said, man, maybe let me call Grumpus. Good thing I didn't because you were busy.
Well, I was sitting in a chair all day. I had all day to talk.
You're not supposed to say that. You were busy cooking. Ooh, what I tell you?
When
I
I
mean,
just,
go ahead. I'm sorry, Sharon.
I was going to say, I just checked my Powerball numbers, and I won the Powerball and one number
I forgot to get a ticket.
on one of my tickets.
I went down to get ice after a little while ago, and forgot to get a ticket.
Well, I spent $20, and I think that particular win is worth $8. So
All
I've got
right.
$8 back off of 20. I figure that's all right for a chance to win 1.8 billion.
That sounds like you live in Vegas.
I know, right? Trying to justify my gambling.
Put 100 in, win 90.
Well,
Yeah.
I do not normally play the lotto or lottery. But this time around, I mean, it would be stupid not to.
Yeah, hell yeah. You never know. I mean, it's, people walk outside and say, well, I'm going to walk outside. Maybe today's a good day. I'll get hit by a bus.
No,
Okay. So basically, it's the same odds.
same odds. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I have a friend who was actually hit by a bus. So,
Well, I'll usually pick up a ticket when it gets real big like that, but I don't play it every week like some people do.
no, I don't either.
In New Jersey, my dad was. Boy, I tell you what, he was lucky. He had his set numbers that he would he would play, and every week. Matter of fact, when he passed, me and my brother went down to the store where he would buy like a little delicatessen, I guess, where he would buy his tickets. And little Indian guy behind the counter, and we said, we're Bob Garvey's sons, and we want to know, if he owes you anything, listen out because he had just passed. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. Blah blah blah. Let me check, and he pulled out an envelope. he had,
He ran a tab.
he ran a
Oh
ticket.
my goodness!
He had tickets in there, okay, and the guy's going through it the whole bit, and it come out to where my dad won $500 and some dollars.
No kidding.
Yeah, I said even on his deathbed he won. I mean,
That's great.
when I was living in Texas, they used to fly me back up to New York because we were moving Exxon down from New York, okay, down into Houston. So they figured they'd send a Yankee back up there to see if we can get all with the unions and this and that. And, in fact, they would send me up there. In fact, I told them, "You want me to go back up there? I need at least $2,500. What do you need that much money for? Bro? These guys got to get paid.
Right.
Elevator guy. You want that elevator to run? That's the most important tool in the
Oh
building.
yeah,
Okay. Take this guy out to lunch or buy him lunch or give him
got to
$100.
grease the palms.
So rather than going to a hotel, I stayed there, rented a car, and, went back to visit my dad. And he's sitting there and he says to me, he used to call me TOM. Hey TOM, how about we get some Chinese food? Yeah, whatever, Dad. Whatever you want. I'll go pick it up. Listen, you go ahead and order it. I was floored when he called this place. It was called Ho Ho Kitchen. And the guy answered, hello, Ho Ho. Hey, this is Mr. Garvey. Make me that same shit you made me last week, okay? But make it twice. Okay. okay, and hung up. I was like, huh?
What?
So, so I get in the car and I go to the place.
I can't believe
I
that.
wa- I walk in and I said, I'm here for Mr. Garvey. He said, oh, yeah, yeah, here you go. Very good. I said, what I owe you? No, he paid tab. Okay. He paid tab. He said, but don't forget to stop at the liquor store and get his bottle and a pack of cigarettes. Because that's what he had the guy to deliver it to the house. Get
Oh my!
Chinese food, uh, Seagram 7, and a
And a pack of smokes.
pack of cools. I was like, holy crap. And that's just what I did. Okay. And it was fine. Oh, good.
Dad got a
Okay. Yeah.
system.
He had a system. I tell you, unbelievable.
I was just about to say that man had he knew what side his bread was buttered on.
He did.
He
We
knew
lived like,
all the tricks.
I told my brother that he said, oh, God. He says, unbelievable. He was too much. Some stuff you
Life
just
right
can't
there.
forget about.
Well, back then it was so easy to do that because people knew each other.
Yeah.
You frequented the same place over and over again for years. They knew your name and you could just call up. Of course, I don't know how it was in New Jersey. In Florida, we never really had any kind of delivery like that. Not when I was a kid. Now, maybe when my dad was a kid, they did. I don't know.
Yeah, the place would deliver, but not to just about to everybody. See, once my mom died, he was like lost. He
Mm,
didn't know how to write a check or anything like that. She did. She took care of all the
did
bills
all
and all
that.
that stuff.
Hmm.
So, but my dad was always a great one for tipping people. Okay,
Yeah,
anybody would come to the house or selling something or whatever like that.
right.
Especially with the food, he tipped these guys really good. So and
Also,
that
they wanted to deliver to him.
yeah, exactly. So that was like the payback type of thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was like my mom for years. My dad would just bring his paycheck home and give it to mom. She'd go deposit it and cash it and all that stuff like that. Done that for years.
Right.
Yeah.
I forget. I forget what I think. Mom was. I think she went and visit her sister or something like that. Anyway, Dad went to the bank to try to cash his own check, and they wouldn't take it because the signatures didn't match.
Oh no!
He was fit to be tied because
Because
Yeah,
nobody
she
come
that
between my
signed his
dad and
check.
his money.
that's funny as hell.
Oh
That is funny.
wow! Oh wow!
Unbelievable. Now, anything you do now, okay? Um, I just switched from the pharmacy to having the stuff delivered to me by mail,
Okay.
okay, or medications and stuff like that,
Yeah.
because you go up, you never know when this. It's a Walgreens, but you never know when they're going to go on lunch break, okay,
Right.
and then you got to sit there like a moron,
Till they
okay,
get
well,
back.
or they didn't have it, or
Hmm.
all this stuff, and they would
Hmm.
send me text about a medication, all right,
Right.
that I was supposed to be taking, and I said I don't take it anymore. What
Right.
3 years ago we said. So I said no. So went with this from my insurance company to have a mail order stuff.
Hmm.
I think I got it. I think I got it set up because the person I talked to on the phone I could not understand at all.
Oh no!
And I said, not to be rude, ma'am. I says, I hope don't take this personal or anything like that. But do you have somebody there that speaks relatively good English so I can understand?
Right.
Hold on, no problem. Hold on. The one that came on was even worse.
Oh no!
So I mean, going through all the motions and stuff like that, and then they say, well, now you got to go on your phone app. Okay, here's what you hit. Blah 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 blah. Wouldn't take it. None of my passwords worked. Nothing. So I mean, it was almost like an hour going back and forth, back and forth. So they sent me the thing to change your password. Change my password, the new password, put it in twice. You go through all that stuff, put it
Yeah.
up, sign out, sign back in again, try to go through it again, wrong password. So I said, well, you know what? And I said, and the one thing they want me to take is blood pressure pills. I said, and see what they're doing to me?
Right. I have found that if you change your password on some computers, some this has never been consistent on any website, on any bank site, nothing. But if you turn your computer off and reboot it, sometimes the password will you'll be able to get the right password in.
Yeah,
So
I went through.
try that next time if if it's frustrating you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and finally, it worked. You know what I
Oh,
mean? And but I get an email probably 20 minutes later that there was a problem with their system.
of course.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, whatever.
Well, I have good news too. We got Violet put on Poppy's insurance
Cool.
at work. So now it's just waiting to get the insurance card so we can have the doctor send the prescription to wherever to pick it up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Long
Hopefully, you
time
get a
coming.
break from that.
I am super excited. She's waited now. Well, at the end of this month, it'll be 9 months on this medication,
Yeah.
trying to get coverage. And the doctor wants her to fill out this form where she can get it free for a year. But I don't want her to do that just yet because if she can't get it, let's say she does get it free. Well, what happens after that year? Are they
Yeah.
still going to put us through this and she'll have to go on something else? I don't want that. I want her to,
Right.
continuity of care,
Sure.
you know.
To let everything work out. Like I told you last week, I started this new supplement I'm taking. Okay, and it's a bile salt. Okay,
Okay.
rejuvenate your liver
Yeah.
and all that stuff like that. So going through all my medications and checking, with WebMD and all these different ones and comparing if I can take like the heart, the Eliquis, the blood thinner, if I could take it with this stuff like that.
Hmm.
Well, there's not enough studies. We have the study on the prescribed medication that you're taking from your doctor, but the supplements, there is really
Yeah.
no studies on it.
Hmm.
Well, why the hell not? Okay, you got people that take more people taking supplements than they are taking prescription drugs.
Yep.
So if you're looking to mix the two of them together, all right.
Right.
And Marie says, "Oh, that's odd that they don't do it." I said, what are you talking about? They
No,
don't
not
want to do
at
that.
all.
They don't want to do that because guess what? They didn't
Because
want to take the
quit
prescription
buying that
medication anymore.
expensive medicine.
Yeah. So I said, "The hell with it." Boom. I felt like I was 18 again. Boom. Take the pill. And let the chips fall where they may. I feel great. I've been doing it now for the week,
Good.
and yeah, it seems to be working. No side effects, no interactions. So I don't know.
Now I know with some of the teas that the blends of teas that I've been looking at, it will say on there if you're taking uh, and it's general, it doesn't say specific drugs, but let's
Hmm.
say if you're taking a blood thinner, this tea could be detrimental. Or if you're taking arthritis medicine,
Right.
this could be whatever.
Yeah.
But so if there's a website about this bile salt thing, go to that place. Maybe that will have a
Oh yeah.
warning.
No, I went back and forth with it. Matter of fact, I went right to the company
Oh, okay.
that I purchased it from, and they had a whole printout. You just punch in what you're taking and stuff. But
Right,
but the whole idea was some of the stuff that actually the one pill that I'm taking for the diabetes,
right.
all right, actually works really good together with this stuff.
Oh, good, good.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't know. It's getting old stuff. With all this research I'm doing, Jesus. I wish I would have done it when I was in high school for crying out loud. I would have been.
You might
I would have went to Vasa.
you might need another channel.
Unbelievable.
Well, the
The-
the cardiologist did take me off the aspirin twice a day.
oh, good.
Well, I showed him my arm. I said I'm taking two blood thinner twice a day plus an aspirin twice a day. I says, I look like I'm beat up all the time. I said, my arms are bruised. I just look at them funny. They start turning brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and he said, well, you can probably eliminate the aspirin at this point.
Yeah. I
So
mean, I was,
that's
that's,
two pills a day I don't have to take.
yeah.
Yeah. So, are you down to one blood thinner?
Two.
Two.
I got two blood thinners.
Yeah. Do they also have you on a blood pressure pill, Grumpus?
Yes.
That's that's when I was having problems because they had me on two blood thinners. And they also had me on two blood pressure pills. And in North Carolina, I passed out twice on the property.
Oh my
Or he
God.
had to come out and get me. All right. They never said nothing. When I moved to Florida, all right, and I went to this went to cardiologist I went to. She was pretty cool. She said to me, "Who prescribed these drugs for you?" I said, "Well, over in the doctor in North Carolina and stuff like that." She said, "Is he a veterinarian?" I said, "No." Wise ass. She said, "No wonder why you were passing out. The two blood pressure pills and the two blood thinners." Okay. She said, "Wow." And she said, "No, no, 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 stop it all."
Yeah.
And then that's when they put me back on the one and stuff like that. But they tricked me though, because the one, like, the story there.
Yeah.
When you get
So
off
did
of
your
these,
blood pressure drop? Is that why you passed out?
yeah, they did, when I put me in the hospital, my blood pressure was 50, 50 over whatever the bottom number was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and wow, holy moly.
I mean, I'm complaining about taking all these pills, but I feel fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just having to remember to take them after. I mean, my whole life I never took anything,
I totally get
and
that.
all of a sudden now I'm taking like a meal every time I take.
Right.
my thing was with when I was diagnosed with the bladder cancer. Okay, that definitely caused type 2 diabetes.
Okay.
Okay, but they couldn't control my blood sugar. Even to this day, I can't control my blood sugar, is because of the other pills that I'm on. Because that increases your chances of type 2 diabetes. It raises your glucose. It raises your blood sugar.
Right.
So they say, well, now you got to weigh it out. Uh, you know, you're still doing good, but your blood sugar's high. Well, what do you want? You know,
Right. Right.
what do you want me to do? I mean, Jesus, crying out loud. But there again, that's the game they play, and you need them. I mean, you need the doctors. I'm not saying that, but I always said 10, 15-minute doctor visit can't cure you.
That's right. That's right.
So I don't know.
And the devil of it is you got to drive 35 minutes to get there.
Yeah, and then they walk you 40 miles down to get you to weigh you.
Oh my.
Hey, jump. They got them little benches so far off the ground. You got to jump up there to get on it.
Exactly.
First thing they want to do is take your blood pressure.
Yeah,
Like what?
So I just jumped 3 feet to get up there and take a seat.
and especially I would go there in the wintertime and I have like a sweater on or something.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
She put the blood pressure cuff right over my sweater, my clothes.
And that is not how you're supposed to take blood pressure.
I looked at the girl. I says, "Would you go to soup school for crying out loud and learn this stuff?" Holy crap!
Look, they do that to my kids when my kids go to this one particular doctor. They'll do that with my kids, and I tell them, "You're not doing that right. Move their sweater, move their long sleeve, and do it the right way." That makes me so mad.
Good Jane.
Inaccuracy. What are you talking
Eh,
about?
uh,
Something. I take a beta blocker, metoprolol. It can be used for high blood pressure, but for me, it's not. It's used to lower my heart rate because my heart rate's really fast all the time.
that was the
And
one of the medications I was on.
yeah, this keeps it low and keeps me from feeling like I'm got a tornado in my chest.
Yeah.
Um, well, they put my son on it for his migraines because it's apparently a very multi-purpose drug. And he had that problem too, Tom. He could not stand up without getting dizzy from it.
Yeah,
So what they did was they told him just to take half. I'm the same way though. They started me on a whole one, and I couldn't take it. It was making me too dizzy.
sure.
So I take a half of one, he takes a half of one, and we're fine. But I only take that and
Yeah.
one blood thinner though for my issues. Of course,
Yeah.
I didn't have all that drama that Grumpus had with his.
And
What a
and
guy
then
won't do for attention.
yeah,
I know, right? All I did was have a little heart attack, go to the hospital, and come home the next day. It was,
Kind of amateur move.
right?
he had to rip
Apparently.
it apart like it was a chicken for crying out loud.
Well, hopefully they're not a next time, but if there is, I'll make sure to do it better. Okay.
And one doctor, when I was they were putting me on these medications.
Yeah.
He he said to me, "Make sure you don't drink alcohol with these." I said, "What are you, a wimp? When did you grow up?"
You always talk about that tea. I'm kind of fond of that Reposero agave tea myself.
Too funny, too funny. But hey, it is what it is.
There's a
You
few.
know,
What's the guy to be something else?
Yeah.
I mean, and this is no lie. I mean, I told Maria, I said maybe this time I might have to take this a little serious. All right. I got my monthly uh, cremation notice.
Oh yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I get those.
Don't take
I
any
get that
pity.
stuff every week. It's a funeral home or cremation service or
Get it too.
man. What is the word on the street?
Yeah, I mean, fill it out. Usually now after this one, I'll get another one for go to Denny's and they'll buy me lunch and
Well,
they'll
that's what I was
discuss.
wondering if that was your annual invitation.
They're gonna get you a good greasy breakfast.
Friggin' Denny's.
Oh my gosh.
And hope for the best as we're eating it.
One extra egg. It's on us.
Yeah, give me a double French toast with
Peas and strawberries.
three pounds of bacon and 6 eggs. Unbelievable.
Hilarious. Look, there's only one other place that would be worse, and that's Waffle House.
Yeah. Nah, you know what? I actually like
I
that.
love Waffle House. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I love it there. I love to eat at the Waffle House. But, you know,
It's amazing how they do that kind of stuff. I tell you what I told the one guy on the phone. I said, "You listen to me, jerky." So, I says, I'm gonna pick the barbecue joint, okay? I'm gonna throw my ass in that burner, and you're gonna cook briskets. You're gonna cook
oh my God.
Boston butts. So my family likes barbecue, and we're gonna cook them for 2 or 3 days because I think I'm gonna burn a long time.
A long time.
All I heard was click.
Oh my gosh.
That's the last time I got the phone call.
Oh, grief.
It's not that bad. It's kind of funny though how all the religious stuff, and I don't easy now. Don't get crazy, all right? But they'll burn you in a heartbeat. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Put you in a satchel. I got one. This is no lie. I got one to become part of a tree.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
They turn
Those
you into
organic
a ghost.
burials.
I says, Ken, I told Marie, I says, I'm going to push the limit on this one. I'd like to be a coconut tree
A coconut.
in Alaska.
Ah!
But they could, because you can pick what kind of tree you want. according to
Oh
this.
my gosh.
But you pay in
I'm,
advance.
I'm,
You get that
I'm,
for
I'm going for the apple tree. They can just eat me.
yeah.
Oh my.
Become a coconut custard pie. It's amazing how the marketing how they try to do it, but
Mhm.
you can start paying for it now. I should be an announcer for them.
Yeah.
You
Would
should.
you like to be a willow tree?
You, I'm gonna have to use that next time they call me about the cremation. You can't, my credit's no good.
Oh my.
Checks in the mail.
Yeah. You burn him with his wallet. It's a sin, but it really is a sin.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still concerned about what the kids are going to do with the remains after they're gone. I mean, who are they going to leave them to? People who don't know us. So we're going to end up in the back of a closet somewhere.
I'll wind up kitty litter or something.
No kidding.
Eh, you know.
I told Poppy not long ago that we were going to have to make sure that when the last of us goes, they just put us together in a jug or something and do something with us, like pour us out or put us in the water, plant me under a rose bush. I don't care, but don't leave us to somebody who don't know who we are.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
the old couple across the street from me. She
Uh-huh.
got she got Alzheimer's real bad, and they put her in a home, and she's since died.
Oh,
But they put the house up for sale, and I noticed one day there was a bunch of workers over there. It looked like they was clearing the house out. I walked across the street, and sure enough, that's what they were doing. They'd sold the house, and they was just, I mean, they had a dumpster out front with just dumping everything in the furniture, everything like that. And she said, "Look around," because I've met her in the garage. She said, "Look around. If there's anything you want to take home, go ahead, because it's all going in the dumpster."
oh
Yeah.
my.
So, I gathered up the shovel that he had borrowed, and I found a drill that he had borrowed. but but on a shelf there was like three boxes
Yeah.
with a bag of ashes in each one of them, and I think it was her parents and her grandmother
In the
Oh,
garage on the shelf.
in the garage, and they ended up in the dumpster.
oh
'Cause
no.
I told the woman, I said, "Well, they've got kids." She said, "Well, the kids have already been here. They've taken everything they wanted.
Yeah, and they didn't.
Everything else is going to the landfill."
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
There
that's
you go.
they probably hauled them ashes. She used to live in California years ago, so they probably drug that stuff all the way across the United States and
that's right.
ended up in
Dr-
landfill.
They really drug some ashes, didn't they?
Yeah, they
It
did.
did.
See, that's what I don't want to happen.
And when my grandma died on my dad's side,
Mm-hmm.
they cremated her and all of her kids. Well, not my dad, but her grandkids mostly. They was
Mm-hmm.
all fighting over grandma's ashes. Who gets grandma's ashes? Blah blah blah. Blah. And I mean, people wasn't speaking to each other for months.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
Oh, it got nasty. Well, to make a long story short, the one that got grandma's ashes decided that it was haunted.
Oh, good Lord.
He's trying to give them away to everybody else that was fighting for them. Now nobody else wanted them because if they're
They were
haunted, they
haunted.
don't want them.
I don't. Oh
So
my
I don't
goodness.
know where grandma ended up being.
Oh,
They thought about them, and then nobody would touch him.
oh my gosh.
I I knew a guy back at back in the old days. Let's put it that way. Okay, who took care of this other guy? He was an old Italian guy. Took care of this guy, and when he when he died, he wanted to be cremated, but he wanted his ashes put out in the ocean. Okay, they
Okay.
go out in a boat and dump them in the ocean. This guy I knew, he turned around. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I got to take care of Johnny's ashes. You want to come?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "What are you going to do?" He says, "Well, he wants to be dumped in the ocean." I said, "Pretty funny from what Johnny used to do." You know what I mean? That he would want to be put in the ocean. So we go out, get in the car. Next thing you know, we're in New York. I'm, "What the hell are you doing? What are you doing?" We talk, shooting a breeze. "What are you doing?" He said, "We're going to take care of Johnny." So he goes in Ocean Avenue, okay, in the street, takes the 10, driving up the street, dumping the ashes out on Ocean Avenue. Turn around and went back home again. He said, "What's he
Oh,
going to do?" He said, "What's he gonna do? Haunt me?"
Oh my goodness.
I said, "Oh boy,
Oh, I don't
unbelievable."
know if I'd want that bad mojo.
That was funny as hell.
It is funny, but wow.
Unbelievable. But there again, I mean, I remember arguments at my house when I was a kid. My aunts and uncle. I want the steel casket sealed in concrete. You know, they would put you in a concrete vault, and
Oh, yeah.
and a bronze all metal casket and this and that. For what?
I'm not putting that much money in the ground.
I am not either.
No, ma'am.
I just was like,
Cheapest
wow,
way out. Put me in a hefty at the curb. I'm
That's
fine.
right.
yeah. I told Marie, donate me to science. My daughter went, oh no, oh no.
You're joking, but I have thought about that
Yeah.
because I had an uncle that did that, and all you do is get on record, get on file, and when the time comes, they come pick you up.
Mm-hmm.
They pickle you. They do whatever they need to do, and when they're done, they cremate you and bring the ashes back to the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't cost you a dime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and stop and think about it. I've been pickled before. It's not bad,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
It's not bad.
I'll, I'll get them halfway there.
Just don't light me up on fire yet.
Um, Wesley's grandfather did that because he had a type of dementia. It's called Lewy body dementia, and it was a very apparently fast acting dementia.
Okay.
And so he donated his body to be studied for that, to that foundation or whatever. And
Hmm.
they came and got him, and yeah,
I'm just looking for a cheap way out.
Yeah, I mean, stop and think about it. Just really stop and think about it. Just for this
Body farm.
cremation is 3 grand.
right,
Yeah.
Okay, and you can make payments on it. No,
right.
You take a
no.
check.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Like you said,
How they
I'll
do.
wind up on a shelf in a garage somewhere.
Yeah.
I had we called for some insurance just to see what the difference would be in our car insurance, and they
Yeah.
started talking about a life insurance policy, and I said, I'm not going to need that. And they're like, well, don't you have a house payment and this that? I said, I'm not the breadwinner in this house. It doesn't matter if I die or not. And I don't need a house insurance. Well, don't you have children? Yes. And they're grown and they can take care of themselves.
Mhm.
They don't
Unbelievable.
need my money. And
Grumpus, this is not good for your views. We don't-
sorry, being morbid. You should quit.
We got 10 people going like this.
I know, right? Right?
it's either that or talk about burning steaks.
Right?
10
Oh,
people.
that's
It could
terrible.
happen tonight. It could happen tonight.
Let's see
Unbelievable.
what really happens.
I'd like to do a body auction or something. You know what I mean?
A body auction.
Yeah.
Jen says her body's going to the body farm.
What does that mean?
You know, the body farm, like in Tennessee, where they just scatter bodies everywhere and see. Basically, they let them decompose outside and
Forensic studies.
in different situations, like trapped under a car or under the water or whatever. And they study it to see what kind of insects are going to come and how bodies decompose under
Oh,
certain
okay.
conditions. Yeah,
It's forensics.
yeah, definitely.
They study decomposition. Okay.
Yeah. And I think it's really cool. That kind of creeps me out a little bit, but I'd rather
Hmm.
be burned up instead of having bugs crawl and eat my eyes out. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna do weekend attorneys type of thing first.
Weekend at Bernie's.
First.
Y'all, that movie was so hilarious to me when it came out. I just
Put my
laughed,
tie on.
right? Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah, I'd like to do a weekend at Bernie's type of thing. Just see who can hang with me. Let's put it that way. Unbelievable. So today I made for the Sunday dinner chef. I've been starting now for September and into the fall. Soups, stews, and sauces.
Mm-hmm.
So today what I made was I made a tomato and sausage tomato soup.
How you really feel, Jen?
That sounds. What kind of sausage did you use, Tom?
So we got sausage from that new place,
Okay.
hot sweet Italian and
Okay.
hot Italian,
Okay.
and it was good.
Sounds
It really
delicious.
but I I usually use green bell pepper, but I didn't have any. But the only thing green I had was jalapenos.
Okay.
And you know how you can't judge a jalapeno, right?
Yes.
Uh, this one I didn't see coming, but I tell you what, Marie went, "Ooh, this is spicy."
Bless her heart. She wasn't
Yeah,
expecting that, was she?
yeah. And the longer it sat, so what I'm going to do is, uh, we had the soup, and then I separated the sausage from the actually the soup from the sausage and stuff. But now I'm going to do some clams and mussels and some shrimp with it.
Oh, that'll
Okay.
be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just pick on that for a little bit.
Oh, that sounds
Uh,
good too.
it was a good day.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's so hard for me to come up with ideas for soup with low carbs in it. And one thing I would like, Tom, put your thinking cap on. Tell me what you would do for a breakfast soup.
breakfast soup.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can actually do almost like a sort of like an Oriental Chinese type of
Egg
okay
drop.
egg drop. You can also use bacon.
Okay.
You can do what I did today and make it with breakfast sausage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
or just regular sausage. Drop egg drop soup, sort of like that with it. Um, really, I don't. You know what? I just seen a thing today where there people are starting to use soups for their breakfast.
Really?
Yeah,
Because I love soup. I could live on soup.
yeah.
And when we were doing low carb before, I was getting so sick of bacon and eggs every day and, wanted to figure something else out. And I did with the chaffle and well, it did have an egg on it, but I put pico de gallo on it, just a little
Hmm.
bit, like a tablespoon, and avocado. I would guacamole basically,
Hmm.
and spread that over it. Put the egg on it, put some cheese on the top of it, and that was breakfast. That was really good.
Monday, starting my podcast with that, doing with the tea and
Mm-hmm.
also the different herbs that I use and how I'm going to be using them and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And basically, with some of the soups, um, for instance, cinnamon is very high in carbohydrates.
Is it
Well, listen now, this is how they get you.
okay?
They base everything on 100 grams of whatever. Okay, so 100 grams of cinnamon has 80 grams of carbohydrates in it.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea.
But here's the difference: we don't use 100 grams of cinnamon at
No.
one sitting. Okay, so what we use is probably a teaspoon to maybe 2 teaspoons of it. So 1 teaspoon is 2 carbs,
Okay.
and
Okay.
that's how they measure it. So
Mhm.
that's how they deceive you on that. Okay, well that's high in carbs. Well, depending on how much you use.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So making a breakfast like that, I mean, you could. Marie makes this asparagus, Italian mini meatballs
Mm-hmm.
with asparagus tips, chicken broth. All
Ooh.
right, and then drops the egg in it, scrambled egg. Scrambles it first, and then drops it in there. Really good. I used to take that same soup and get the egg life wraps
Yes.
and slice them up like noodles. You can slice them up real thin, put them in there just for a little bit more
Right.
into it, and they're made with just about the whites of the eggs. So yeah, that's a pretty good idea. You know, I don't have to think about that.
Yeah. Do that because that is one of the things that I was trying to do back then was figure out a way to make a breakfast soup that was low carb.
Hmm.
Because and something filling, something that has enough fat in it that you're not starving in an hour and a half.
Right. Yeah. You would have to actually. You could actually take a pork. I take the pork tenderloin. I'll
Hmm.
roast it, let it sit, and then slice it up nice and thin.
Hmm.
Okay, and then put that into into a soup or something like that. Very
Yeah,
simple. I mean, you can really. But these people I've been watching, they're saying they got away from the standard bacon and eggs, which is okay for what I'm doing,
yeah.
keto. Okay, but to get away from that, a little bit more nourishing. Okay, and the soup actually fills you up.
Okay.
So that's I said, wow, look at that.
Yeah. I really like soup. I could eat it every day.
Breakfast sausage egg. Yep, a soup. Sure, that's right, Jen.
Well, yeah, because if you're only using 1 tablespoon of gravy or flour to thicken a whole pot of soup, you're not getting but this much carb, at a time.
And see, that's why I try to explain to people. With
Hmm.
me, I'm a type 2 diabetic, so I got to be really careful with that. Now,
Right.
I do dabble with it, okay?
Hmm.
And but here's the problem. Being my age, okay, and medication that they got me on, I can't control my type 2 diabetes. So I'm
Right.
insulin resistant. So I'm no matter what I do, it's going to take me another lifetime to get it back down again.
Right. Right.
So, but anybody who doesn't have type 2 diabetes or trying to get their health back or lose a little bit of weight or just to eat clean,
Right.
you can do 100 carbs a day,
Right.
and be fine with it. So,
I want to try to keep mine between 40 and 50.
yeah, that can be challenging too, but
It
that's a
is.
that's a good number. That's a good
Yeah.
number.
Well, I know that I'll lose weight at that amount, and I need to lose 20 pounds, period. I mean, I don't look,
But
well, I
you're
want my waist back, really.
you're 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 on the right track though, Charlotte, because here's the big difference. You're moving. You're walking.
Hmm.
Okay. Once
Yeah,
you
but
start,
you can't out exercise a bad diet, you know.
yeah,
So
no,
I need to. You hear her over here screaming?
yeah.
I thought she was talking.
Jen, what do you use? Bacon powder?
Quit scolding me. Who do you think you are, young lady? There. And that was generous, by the way.
Yeah, see, I just when I make a gravy like that anymore, I don't use a thickener. I use heavy cream.
Don't. Oh, I thought you used the avocado.
No, you can do that too, but
Yeah.
you just for making that kind of gravy, like white gravy or something like that, I just use the seasoning and heavy cream. 4 ounces of breakfast sausage, 2 tablespoons of butter,
All that.
1 cup of heavy. There you go, 1 cup of heavy cream,
Okay.
cream cheese, salt. Yep, that's a good one.
Two
That's a
teaspoons
good one.
of butter. 1 cup of heavy cream.
Yep,
Oh, the cream cheese helps thicken it too. Yeah.
yep.
I'll have to try that, Jen. That's a. I like that. That sounds
You
like
cook heavy cream long enough, it'll thicken up. You don't need no thickener in it because that butter fat in there. But here's the thing: you got to make sure that you have at least over 35% butter fat in the heavy cream. I
okay.
get I go to this one store because it's the only one around that has 40%
Okay.
buttercream, and that you put that in, and it'll thicken up. And
Okay.
it'll make you country gravy or anything else. I used it today in the soup. Soup was good. I used fire roasted tomatoes, and then I
Hmm.
had plum tomatoes that I cut up, and I
Hmm.
actually put a little bit of brown sugar on them and roasted them in the oven with the sausage. No, only a tablespoon for them. And you want to see when you put that brown sugar on an open tomato like that. I use plum tomatoes. I don't use any other kind of tomatoes.
Right.
But on top of that, the flat part where I cut, and I take that brown sugar and put it on there. So
Right.
there was 4 tomatoes, so all the halves. I'm putting them on. By the time I got to the end, you look to the one up front, it looked like it was gone. It soaked right into the tomato.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty good, Jen.
Yeah, that does sound good.
And see, even like with Grumpus, with the heart problem and everything like that. All you got to
Hmm.
do is just cut it, just cut what you normally eat in half. You
In
have a
half.
baked potato, cut a
Yep.
baked potato in half.
Yep, that's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
This Monday, the podcast, you got to be careful of the vegetables that you use. I did an analysis where you take a sweet potato, okay, cut it up, put it in a pot of boiling water, okay, put it on a plate, let it cool down. What do you got? First thing you got to do to it, you got to put butter on it, okay.
Sure.
Then you got to either put brown sugar on it
Cinnamon.
or cinnamon or anything like that to get the
Mhm.
flavor out of it. Take that same baked potato, stick it in the oven, and what do you start to see? You start to see the sugars coming out of it,
Caramelization.
and they're starting to caramelize. Two
Hmm.
different tastes.
Yes,
Okay?
definitely.
Which one's better for you? Especially a guy like me, the roasted one is much better
Okay.
because
That's coming.
you're burning off the you're burning actually burning off the sugars. There was a guy that I went back and forth with, and then it dawned on me about taking a potato, cutting a potato up, okay, rinse it in water, okay, let it sit in water for 10 or 15 minutes, dump it off. You see all the white milky look, that's
Yes.
the starch, okay,
Mhm.
put it back in, do it again, do it a couple times. Well, you're taking the starch out, but you're not changing the carbohydrates. Cooking, freezing, well, no matter how you make it, you're not getting rid of the carbohydrates. They're there, okay. But what you can do is reduce the starch in it. So in a restaurant, we used to take because we had a big cutter. We get these big baked potatoes from this one farm we used to deal with, cut them. We made our hand cut French fries, and I had
Mhm.
a big 100-quart pot, and
Mhm.
we put them in the water. And I'd have the helpers, dishwashers and stuff. They
Mhm.
would take it over by the dishwasher, and we had a big screen and dump the starch out of it. Put more water into it, and then put that into the walk-in box. Let that sit overnight.
Mhm.
So we always had one in rotation.
Mhm.
And then when you cook them, you got it. They cooked up much faster.
Oh
Okay,
yeah. Yeah.
and what a flavor! You tasted a potato, little starch, but it still had the same amount of carbohydrates in it.
Right.
So it's the same thing. Same thing you got to do with vegetables. You know,
Hmm.
just got to be careful how you cook them and what you do with them. Fire is the thing. You know,
Yeah. Well, I prefer my vegetables, most of them, like root vegetables and like squash vegetables. I prefer them roasted over anything else.
yeah.
Uh, but I'm about to try to grow some beets again. Y'all wish me luck.
Beets in this country back in the day was big business.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was cheap. It was cheaper to produce uh, beet sugars than it was to regular sugar cane.
Right. Um, I love them. And I know I shouldn't because they're really high in carbs, but I'm growing them anyway. The way I see it, if it comes out of the ground, right direct out of your backyard, there can't be a whole lot of bad stuff in it.
Yeah, and if you boil them long enough, they turn white.
Oh, I
Yeah,
did not know that.
yeah.
I did not
So,
know.
I turn I turn around bladder cancer. So now they say, well, you got type 2 diabetes. You got to go. That rocked my world. So now
Yeah.
I go see this endocrinologist, and then from there we had a dietitian that was involved with the same thing,
Hmm.
and he told me what you know what we do. We juice. That's me too. A couple scotches. That's plenty of
Yeah,
juice for me. I mean,
I love getting juiced.
yeah, me too. So she gave me a recipe. Okay, 3 carrots, 3 whole carrots.
Yeah.
Okay, a green Granny Smith apple.
Okay.
Okay, two I guess leaves of collard green. All right, and a half a beet.
Wow, that's a
And
lot of
to,
carbs.
I didn't know. I didn't know at the time. They were trying to soothe my bladder with
Yes.
it. So they made it for me in the office and tried to give me a little cup like that. So I
Right.
sipped it. I'm saying, damn, boy, that tastes really good. It
Yeah.
had a great flavor. I said, you got
Right.
any vodka? But Charlotte, I did that for almost a year
Oh,
and
wow.
couldn't get my blood sugar down.
Well, no kidding.
So, I mean, that's
Well, now,
that's
Tom, how did you stumble upon the keto stuff?
I tried everything. I just I mean, Weight Watchers, anything to get to reduce that stuff,
Right.
and it didn't work. And from it, once they stopped my treatment, I felt like, and they told me to get my affairs in order. All right, whoa, 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 what are you talking about? So then I started digging. I started digging into it,
Mhm.
and this keto thing kept coming up. It just kept coming up, uh, and also Atkins,
Mhm.
Atkins and keto, which is basically the same thing until a company bought out Atkins, and
Mhm.
that's when they started adding in all the garbage to it.
Mhm.
So I said, okay, well, keto sounded a little bit easier for me to do and everything like that. So I started it,
Mhm.
and I guess the first month or two, I lost about maybe, yeah, I think it was maybe 8 or 9 pounds.
Oh, wow.
But here was the thing: my blood sugar dropped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, this is unbelievable. So we moved from North Carolina to Florida, okay, and I went into it hog wild. I went way hard into it.
Mhm.
So I've been doing it now about 7 years, just about a little over 7 years. But in Florida, okay, nice knit community we were in, the whole bit, and they would have these nightly parties down at the pool and the clubhouse, and some guy was making pizza and had a pizzeria that retired. And I told Marie, why can't I have just one slice of pizza? It's not gonna kill me. So I started yo-yoing, okay,
Uh,
and from that, that's when I started hurting my liver again.
yeah.
Yeah. So between the treatment I got from for the bladder cancer, the medications they had me on and stuff like that started really damaging it.
Right.
So um, I was up and down, up and down, up and down, all mixed,
Yeah.
watching different people and all different stuff. So I said I got to get a better handle on it. So what I did was I cut everything out. Almost before I even knew about carnivore, I cut
Mhm.
everything out and I just started eating meat for I think it was 3 weeks
Okay.
until you can only do that for so long. I don't care who you are. Okay,
Yes.
I like to have a little vegetable here and there and
Sure.
whatever. So I started losing weight, feeling really good. Okay, I said, wow, this thing is starting to work. So then we moved from Florida to here. I told Maria I'm jumping into it hard.
Mhm.
And that's when I started doing it. And my grandson, Pop, you ought to do that make a channel. What are you
Mhm.
talking about, John? Go on YouTube. What the hell's YouTube? That kind of thing. But
Yeah.
that's how I started. But I stayed true to the game.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to veer off. Well, I stalled on keto, so I'm going to try this. I stalled on keto because I'm going to try that. Well, you're going to stall. Okay,
Yeah.
it's just like water seeks its level,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
basically that's it. I mean, there's no diet out there that I know that somebody lost. If you're 250 pounds, that lost 200 pounds, and now they're 50 pounds.
Right.
That
Right.
just doesn't work.
Right.
So you got to try. Just keep trying different things. Every once in a while, I'll just have uh, some hamburger. I grind all my own stuff.
Right.
I'll have some fish or whatever, and then I get back into with the vegetables and everything else like that.
Right.
So I cheat.
Sure.
Hey, y'all, can you carry on? I got to go put some meat in the refrigerator.
Okay.
Sure.
Yep.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Ah,
Speaking of meat, see,
yeah. Yeah.
but but anyway, that's how I started with it, and I just didn't quit, Charlotte, because I seen, like I said a couple weeks ago, going to the doctor, going to the cardiologist and stuff. And there again, I'm not bashing him or anything like that, but we
Right.
went through this 3 times, and you haven't cured me. You haven't.
Right.
Everything you gave me didn't do anything.
Right.
So I had to, I had to do my own way about it. And now when I go back to the doctor, now we're going to argue again now. So
Right.
I don't know.
Well, now my question is when you're doing strict keto, is your blood sugar under control then?
I get it down to the point where I got too much damage. I had it. Let's see, when we first moved in here, 2, 3, 4 years. What am I talking about? 6 years ago.
Yeah.
We're going on. Yeah, we're going. I'm doing keto almost 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I got it down to the point where it was fine. But then they
Mm.
also changed my medication.
Oh,
They talked me into Trulicity, which is the same thing as Ozempic,
right.
and that's the side effects is what got me.
Okay.
So my blood sugar went up. My blood sugar hovers around 200.
Ouch.
Yeah, well, there again, it's a snapshot in time,
Mm-hmm. Right.
like
Right.
blood pressure and stuff like that.
Right.
Basically, that's all it is.
Yeah.
But I feel good. I mean, you
Okay.
know,
Good. Well, take care of this audience, Tom. I have to run to the ladies' room, and I hate that it happened at the same time as Grumpus, but I really need to run.
no
I'll be
problem. Okay, for our next song, we're going to be doing. Okay, so Jen, how is your? I seen you had peppers, hot peppers. How many of them bad boys do you? I can't tolerate that hot stuff anymore. I used to, but not the new peppers anyway. So I seen you with that one. I'm on. Holy moly! Let's see who else we got here. Jen, get in here. So you know what I'm gonna do? Do 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 do. For my next song, I'd like to do.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
Jane. It's so low you'll never hear it.
Waiting on Tom solo. Oh man. Well, Friday was our second game, and it was out of town again. We've had two games. We went to the first one because it's just in the next town over, but this one, Friday night, was an hour and a half down the road. So me and Poppy stayed home for that one. We picked him up at midnight Friday night, but the next game is homecoming, and I'm dreading that. Absolutely dreading it. I do not like going to homecoming at all.
That
It
chick.
just, I'll tell you why. Because they spend about an hour and a half pre-game calling out all the seniors' names and calling out all the homecoming court and deciding who's the king and the queen. It's just, I don't give a crap about all that stuff. Just let me watch the band and go home. You know, that's all I want to do.
Yep.
But uh, so Friday night is the game, and then Saturday night is the homecoming dance. So I don't know.
Maybe he'll dance with that girl that's after him.
I don't know if he can dance or not.
Hey, do kids dance anymore?
I don't know if they dance or if they just belly rub.
Oh, oh, all right.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I Kids don't know.
Back in the day, I wish I could belly rub.
I know, right? I
We
don't
used
think kids today actually know how to dance. You know, used to be dances that you could do, jitterbugs and
yeah.
that kind of stuff. And kids don't do that stuff anymore. They just hang on each other. That's it.
We used to have to wear a shirt and tie, and suit, and then
Right.
the girls would be in dresses, and they'd be on one side of the auditorium, and we'd be on the other side,
Right.
and the dance would go from 7 to 10. Nobody would dance until the last 15, 20 minutes.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah,
because they were too afraid to ask each other.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
And by the time the spiked punch started taking
Uh,
effect, it was almost time to go.
that was in high school. That was in high
Now,
school.
when I was in school, they used to dance, um, somewhat.
When we got older, I mean, in high school and stuff like. Oh, I played in the bands anyway, so most of the
Right,
time we were playing at the school dances and stuff like that. But
right.
I don't know. I mean, I can't even remember. I think my one grandson in North Carolina, I know he went because I took him
Hmm.
to a dance. He was all decked out. And,
Yeah.
see you later, pop. But
Well, now they're expensive. This homecoming dance, just the tickets to get in are uh, $25 a kid.
Jesus,
And I don't know if they're going to have food there or not, but for that price, they need to.
Jesus,
Not to mention the $300 I spent on a suit. This boy,
Jesus.
look, this boy is getting more and more expensive with every year that goes by. And I thought Violet was expensive. No, no, it's him.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. I mean, we had. I mean, by the time I got around, my brother Bobby would get a hand down from my dad, okay, for a jacket, and then I got handed down to the next guy, and then the next guy. By the time I got it,
Uh huh.
the lining was gone in it.
Oh my. Oh no.
We used to go to Robert Hall get suits.
Yep,
Buster
Grumpus,
good old
Brown,
Robert Hall.
Buster Browns for shoes. Too funny.
did you read Terry's question,
I
Grumpus?
did. I did, and I don't know who where to steer him.
I don't either.
I've never tried to set up a website, so
There,
I wouldn't have a clue.
there is one place I can't remember the name where you can go to and you get I think 1 year free, but it's it's all
Well,
Well, he's wanting to set up a retail.
right. Wix and Squarespace are two website building platforms,
Wix. That's
Yeah,
the one I was trying to think of.
Squarespace. I see them everywhere.
and they say that it's easy drag and drop uh,
Platform, yeah.
building. But again, if I were to go to that website and try to build a website, I wouldn't know what I was doing. Grumpus might, but I would.
They
Uh,
just, in fact, from Wix, I got a message saying to me that my website is needs attention. I never set it up.
Oh, no wonder it needs attention.
It could be porno. Who the hell knows? I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Wah, wah. I said the wrong word on here, didn't I? Jesus.
It's all right.
Unreal.
well, Tom, I think OnlyFans site's easier to set up than a website.
Oh, what?
And you know this how?
I read a lot.
Yeah. I tell you, one thing though, Grumpus, it was scary today in the morning about how they just shut me down.
OnlyFans shut you down?
No, no. My, Microsoft.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you
I mean, it was Microsoft. It wasn't your equipment.
no.
But I
You
mean,
know,
they
I've
didn't.
got I've got most of that Microsoft crap off of my computers. I mean, Google's bad enough on knowing all my business. I don't need Microsoft in the middle of it too.
Yeah. Just I'm looking at two other computers running. I'm looking at mine. I'm saying, what? Unbelievable.
I mean, I noticed Friday my computer at work was just chugging along really, really slow, and I rebooted 2 or 3 times trying to figure out, and all of a sudden it hit me. Just check the Windows update, and sure
Right.
enough, it was trying to download and install,
Mm. Yeah,
security
those
patches and all that kind of
securities.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think tomorrow's going to be a kind of easy day for me, so I think I might switch over to Windows 11, I guess. I don't
That's
know.
a scary prospect
Well,
right
I mean,
there.
if it'll let you do it, you might as well do it because they're going to stop
Supporting.
supporting 10.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, all right, let me back up. I'm not sure what they're doing on 10 now.
Yeah.
Originally, they said they were going to stop supporting it, and then I heard that well, you could get support, but it was you're going to have to pay a monthly fee.
Right.
So, are you going to support it or not?
Right.
And then
Right.
the last I heard, they was going to extend, put an extension on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Every place I can't get the same information twice.
Yeah.
Right.
And that is a well. What happened was when I first turned it on, it came up about the cloud. I said I don't have the cloud,
Oh yeah,
and then it started going from there, and then it just
Mhm.
circle, circle, circle. And what I was trying to do was I was trying to upload a short, okay, and I had put in storage, in my files,
yeah.
and
Right.
it just wouldn't let me. I just couldn't get to first base with it. And then when I went on to, I guess just when you first go up, I guess MSN, I guess is on there. Trying to get onto there to go to YouTube. I get on YouTube and then two or three windows would open. That's it.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I said,
You
here we
see,
go.
you see the bad thing about those updates. I mean, a lot of, you know, I don't know about you, but I go through my computer and I'm deleting garbage I don't want on there. I'm setting things up just the way I want it, and then they'll come through with an update and resets everything all over again. You
Exactly.
know, I you know
Smoky behind you.
I got rid of the let me see here. I got rid of the cloud drive,
Mm,
and
there's
sure
here.
enough, here it comes again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Smoky.
all your settings have changed, or it tries to set you back up to a Microsoft account again,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
Yeah.
it's just really really irritating. But I
Yeah.
got one piece of software at work that I have to use, and it only runs on Windows.
ugh.
If it wasn't for that, I'd be on Linux full time.
Yeah. I I tell you what, I've been having a lot of trouble getting on different apps and stuff that I have. It's been very slow.
Huh.
Now,
So what?
here's a fun fact.
Yeah.
Last couple of updates I've had from Microsoft. I usually use Firefox.
Hmm.
Well, EVMux has forced me to use Chrome.
Okay.
Well, since the last two updates, you click the Chrome button to run it, and Microsoft's browser pops up. It
Huh.
it totally bypasses Chrome because it wants you to use Edge.
Yeah. I mean,
So I had to go back into settings, set Chrome as the default,
Hmm.
and and I'm sure the next update I'll have to go back. It'll
And
reset
then
everything. I'll have to go back and do it again
mm-hmm.
because they're trying to steer everybody to use
I
what's their Bing. They're trying to force everybody to use Bing.
I started. I try not to get excited about it, but Marie said I was a little overboard with excitement this morning
Mm-hmm.
about this. And I said, look at these rat bastards. I said, just like the strong arm tactics they use to people.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they don't tell you the full story,
I
but right away
promise
they
you,
want you to pay.
if you called them and told them you were having issues, they'd have you checking your memory. They'd have you pulling this out, unplugging
Yeah.
this. They before they would ever admit they did anything wrong, they
Right.
would have your system so screwed up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
I said, no, I'm just gonna wait it out.
yeah,
And then finally, everything seemed to work out on it.
Not to mention they probably charge you $125 just to talk to you.
I'm
No,
sure they'd want something.
they would. Yeah, they would want it. You know what I would tell them? I'm going to leave you in my will. You'll get some ashes from me.
Good grief. Tom, I'm behaving myself tonight. I'm eating cheese stick for a snack.
Is that string cheese?
Yes, I love it.
It's good.
I love string cheese.
Yep. I'm at this new store we're going, Winco.
Hmm.
They're actually out of Boise, Idaho, and basically I think they got a few semi almost like half the country.
Yeah,
Maybe
mostly
maybe
out
with,
west. Yeah.
but they're mostly out west and stuff. But I
Hmm.
mean, they got all kinds of different cheeses and stuff like that.
And I wish we could get a Winco here.
Grumpus, they got. I mean, there's single slabs and stuff, but it's mostly frozen. But it
Hmm.
is ribs, Smithfield ribs,
Yeah.
Huh.
baby back ribs, seven and change, seven
Wow.
dollars and change.
What's that by the pound? Do you know?
Geez, I wouldn't know. I don't
Because
look
it's
at I don't
it's
look at.
running about 249, 239 a pound. When you run it on sale, they may run it at $1.19 or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
their brisket is very expensive. So
Oh, is it?
other stores,
Mm.
but there again, I mean, butter. Okay, a pound of butter is $3 and change. Where like Kerry Gold and stuff is $5 for
Oh,
12
yeah.
ounces, stuff like that. Really good stuff. But basically everything that I'm looking for, to use, mostly everything I buy is in bulk. And the produce and everything is outrageous.
Mm.
Well,
Really
that
good price.
brisket they brought over last night for me to cook today was $5.99 a pound,
Wow.
and it was pre-trimmed, but they just butchered the crap out of it.
Oh,
That's the
I
problem.
would have, if they could have probably got a choice for 4.89, something like that.
hmm.
But that
But people are paying it. That's the problem.
that brisket was over $70.
Oh, geez.
I've seen full chuck roll that I get.
Yeah,
This was 26 pounds in the other store. 26 pounds, okay? And it was 170 some dollars.
Wow.
And I'm just not paying it. I'm sorry, I'm not going to pay it. So I told Marie we adapt. So
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to pay it once in a while.
no, I
Not,
no, I get it, but I mean to buy the whole piece like that for that kind of money, and you're cutting your nose off, spite your face, eat it once or twice, whatever. So
right.
if it's on sale, like two pieces at two ribeyes or something like that.
Well,
Um,
and, when we bought that rib roast, it
mhm,
was boneless. We had them slice it at the butcher. We got 20 steaks, 3/4 of an inch thick
mhm.
for $173. And
Yeah,
that's about what? I forget how much a pound it was. I really
yeah.
do. The steaks weren't quite a pound apiece, but close.
Ribeye out here is 20. Just it went down a little bit. It's now 24 some dollars a pound.
Well, if I remember correctly, it seems like it was 11.99 a pound.
yeah, that's about what it's going here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
11, $12 a pound.
So,
I mean, you got to, I don't mind treat myself once in a while, but I just hate to, I feel like when I pay that kind of money, I'm just encouraging them to keep the
I
price.
agree. I agree. But every now and then, I just got to have a ribeye.
But what I generally do is I look at that stuff and I'm trying to count how many meals I can get and how much it costs per meal,
Yes.
and I use that to offset what it costs to go out and eat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's about the same.
Yes, it is.
In
Sometimes.
which case, I'll just go out and eat. Why heat up the kitchen? Pay the light bill to cool it back off,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't gained anything, and I don't
Yeah.
have a mess to clean up.
Well,
Out,
once.
out here,
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Tom.
out here, there is a guy that I follow. Let's Eat Vegas. Guy's a retired chef, and he goes around to different restaurants out here.
Mhm.
Pretty much stays off the strip, but he goes like to Chinatown and places like that, and he does these reviews. So me and him get converse back and forth. I watch his stuff. He's really good. Matter of fact, he's been out here in the neighborhood. I never knew it was here. There's a Chinese restaurant, maybe 3/4 of a mile from that house. Another pub that just opened up, maybe about 2 miles from my house here, that where he went and did these reviews and stuff. And the guy's kind of funny when he talks, but he's got that like a mundane voice type of thing.
Hmm.
But it's all good reviews. But chatting back and forth with him, he said they don't give me deals. He said, but I usually go there for 2 days,
Hmm.
and we'll eat the complete menu with the idea that I'm going to be putting out. Hey, he's got like 20 some thousand subscribers. He said, but I'll give them the full boat as far as explaining everything, what they do, how they do it. We'll eat each and everything down there. I says, when you get done doing that, come to my channel. I'll show you how to lose some weight. And then we started laughing back and forth. But he said, stay off the strip, okay? Probably 2 or 3 miles on either side of the strip. Stay away from that because they're still gouging people. He
Right.
said, you can basically go out and get a good meal, even on a weekend and stuff. And he said, the problem is, what the strip is doing is killing these mom and pop stores that are out where you live,
Hmm.
where I live. He said that seems to be the problem. Honestly, I don't know how they're getting away with it. And number two, I don't know how they're staying in business with that kind of price.
Right.
Okay, another guy I watch out here is Jacob's Story or some stuff like that. He's a realtor that lives out here, but he goes around, he goes in, he'll stay in a hotel and he does the inspection. He's got the flashlight and looking for bed bugs
Ooh.
and goes to the restaurants and stuff like that, order hidden fees and everything.
Hmm.
He did one last week, and it was on a Friday or Saturday. I forget what. Irrelevant. Nobody in the place.
Mm.
Him and his girlfriend were the only people in the place. Now you're talking high dollar place. Nobody's going nowhere. So
Wow.
something's going on with it. Even
Well,
some of the vegetables and stuff that we get. You go to Sprouts or something like that, and you're paying basically top dollar for, or organic, all right? Which to me is a
yeah,
bunch of
who
bull.
really knows?
Yeah, to me is a bunch of bull crap.
I think it
But
is too.
Indeed.
you get them home, and a day later, when I get ready to start cooking, make a video, peppers, and they're shriveled up.
Yes.
The frig happened? I mean, 24 hours later.
Mhm.
It's just crazy. I feel like I'm being taken advantage of, and I don't like it.
You know what? When I've bought potatoes in the last, I'd say 6 months, about 50% of the time, I will cut into it and there'll be black spots all in the potato.
Yeah,
And it's
Yeah.
frustrating
yeah,
because, you know, that's not how I eat my potatoes. Sorry. Sorry, potato growers.
yeah.
But they're probably last year's potatoes. Who knows?
Might as well be.
Uh huh.
Even onions, okay? Onions, I
Oh, yeah.
mean, I just bought a bag of white sweet onions, okay, at
Mhm.
this place, but the same thing. Now, we got them home and everything like that. Now they're starting to feel a little squishy on me.
Uh huh. They
So,
don't last near as long.
yeah.
No, they don't.
So that little Italian I'm married to, she's tomorrow. Her job is she's going to be cutting up onions and freezing them, and that's how we use them.
So
Well, I was
now, if you
listening.
cut up an onion and freeze it, you don't have to do anything to it before you stick it in the freezer, like blanch it or anything like that.
No,
It
no,
Okay.
doesn't go to mush.
no.
Okay.
What about peppers?
Yeah, we do peppers the same way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I've got a butt ton of Anaheim peppers that I need to freeze then.
you got to cut them up. Don't put them in whole.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, yeah. She cuts them all up. Matter of fact, she's got little these little baggies that she
Hmm.
puts them in, and either for soup or you know or whatever. But we use that all winter long, and especially the onions and stuff. You know what I've been doing? Very rarely now. I just bought them now. I got a couple cooks that I'm going to be doing.
Right.
But normally I will buy just green onions,
Yeah,
scallions.
that's what we do a lot.
and
Hmm.
I use them. I use them, you know, and until there's a recall on them. You know what I mean?
Right.
The
I grow my
soy.
own, and Marie can grow anything she wants to. That's what I would grow all winter long.
Yeah. You know what she does, Charlotte?
What?
When I cut them, I cut the tips off. You know
Hmm.
where the roots are. She takes them and plants them. They grow. We got
Yeah,
we
you
got
can do
about,
that too. Yeah,
we got
yeah.
about 5 or 6 of them. We had to bring everything inside. I had to break out the grow lights again. My
Right.
living room looks like a. People walk by here at night think I'm growing pot.
They even make bags of Holy Trinity to
Yeah.
freeze. Yeah, yeah. Then do a couple of bags of each separate. That's a great idea, Jen. See, now if I did more prepping like that, I don't think cooking would be such a burden.
You got to take one day and just especially you busy, going back with Murphy and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I take one day and I pack stuff away. You know,
yeah, I need to start doing that. Do you know
we
I probably have 6 butternut squashes up here on my counter that I need to do something with. I'm thinking about breaking them or cutting them in half and just baking them in the oven and
yeah,
scooping out the middle and putting it in a bag.
yeah, put it in a vacuum sealer or regular, whatever.
And I've got 2 of those great big 11-foot long squashes that I harvested last week. I got 2 of those that I've got to work up. But the great thing about those kind of squashes, they last, they hold, they
Yeah,
don't turn to mush, and all that. So I've
and
got,
that's predominantly what we buy. I'll probably within the next couple of weeks now I'll be buying some squash and stuff like that. Spaghetti squash, they'll last for a little bit. You know what I mean?
right,
At
right.
least I know I'm going to get a couple weeks out of it. But
Bag freezer meals are great. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Uh, I make those occasionally, and I love them. All you have to do is defrost them and then throw them in a crock pot and cook them.
yeah,
You know.
I turned around and I took all whenever I cut something up.
Hmm.
I'm going to be doing one with fennel. We back east we would call it fenugreek, right?
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll take that, split it, but I'll take all the the fronds off and all the woodier parts, the green parts, the stalks.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll cut them up. We'll put them in a bag and freeze them.
Hmm.
Again, good for soups, good for aromatics,
Yes.
making sauces and stuff like that. Cut that up, put that all that
Mhm.
stuff in there.
You
All
know,
gets
I used to have
we throw nothing away.
fennel growing in my garden when I lived at my other house, and I never harvested the thing. I just let it grow because it was pretty to grow.
Yeah, yeah, they're good. Very very good for you too. Gives you that licorice taste and stuff.
Yeah, I'll have to get another one of those.
We were talking the other night,
Hmm.
especially on this channel, the Sunday Dinner Chef, all about traditions and how people would eat. Okay, Sunday was always a big deal for me. That hence the name. Okay, because
Yes.
I was the youngest in the family, and my dad required everybody to come back home
Right.
with the grandkids because your mother and grandmother are making dinner. Okay,
Right.
and it was a big to do. Just almost like Thanksgiving every Sunday was the way it was.
Right.
But then when I got older, and they stopped doing it, my mom couldn't do it anymore. I would
Hmm.
go to friends of mine house, and most of my friends were Italian. All right,
Hmm.
going into their houses and just watching nothing extravagant.
Hmm.
Pasta, meatballs, sausage, neck bones, ribs, all
Hmm.
cooked in the sauce. The one guy's grandmother had to stand up on a step stool to stir the
Just
damn
oh
sauce.
wow, oh wow.
That's how much sauce you. But then when you sat down, it was course after course after course after course, and then when you got done, okay, I watched the grandmother take wine,
Yeah.
okay, and they had it in a pitcher, and just pour a little bit of wine into the fennel, the fenugreek,
Hmm.
and eat it with the and have the wine with it.
Oh wow.
I said to my buddy, any rhyme or reason? He said she was drunk when she was doing it. And he said so. He said, but that's a tradition. She would
Oh,
sit
good.
there. they would have the little olives, and I mean, it was just everything was like so set up that way. In
Right.
my house, it was the same way with certain vegetables that they would cook. And, this, I mean, it's just you don't see that no more. You just don't see it.
That's true. Um, my family used to do that too. We had Sunday dinners after church, and aunts and uncles and cousins and now my stepmother was usually the one doing the cooking, not my grandmother. But it was a lot of fun. That's when we got to socialize as a family, and it was great. But then um, we moved far away from everybody else, probably an hour and a half away, and it
Hmm.
didn't happen as much. But now, when my first three kids, grew up and were, you know, 20, 23, 24, we always had Sunday dinner at my house,
Hmm.
always. And when we moved here, we quit doing it so much. And now the only time we really get together is Christmas and Thanksgiving.
If that.
Well, no, we do that here. Well, sometimes I'll skip out on Thanksgiving and go to my parents' house. But,
Hmm.
and they're welcome to come. They just don't.
Yeah. I had to contact my daughter today. I haven't talked to her since 2 months.
Mm,
Okay. And I'm the type where if everything's okay, they don't need me. That's fine. That's great.
right, right.
No
And
news is good news.
yeah,
I used to be that way with my dad, but now if I go 3 days without calling my dad or him talking to me, he will be blowing my phone up.
yeah.
And he'll say, everything okay? Like, yeah, everything's fine, Dad. I've just been busy. It's football season, man. Come on.
My mother was ruthless, boy. I tell you,
Was she?
she would she would, she would send call, okay,
Yeah.
and the daughter-in-law would answer the phone. Is Richard there? My mother would go, no, mom, he's out doing something, this and that. All right, I just want to let him know that I have some pain, and the pain that I had given him birth, he can at least pick up the phone. I said, "You go, girl."
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable. But I mean, there again, get off my lawn type of stuff. But
Yeah.
the traditions, we don't have it no more. You just don't
Mm-mm.
have it. I mean, you could go to my grandsons and they're all like this
Yeah.
on the phone.
Exactly.
Nobody talks.
Right.
I don't know.
That's one of my rules at my house. Nobody has their phone at my table.
I can't make rules because they don't come over.
Mm.
I was gonna have the neighbors over, and Marie come. Marie's slick. See, Marie's that old Italian girl. You know what I mean? She reads people like she's reading the newspaper,
Yeah.
and she said, "I think you better reconsider about having the ladies over for dinner." I'm the only guy in the whole place in
Okay.
the area, right? I feel like the rooster, and the
They're walking the sidewalks.
yeah, even though I walk,
Oh my.
she said the one upstairs has problems. She can't eat no salt, and this and that. The other one has high blood pressure. She can't have this, can't have that. And the other one, I said, right, you're right. So I said, we just put it off.
Yeah.
I said, so maybe I'll put a disco light up, set up the bar, and we'll do that on a Friday night or something. She said, nope, either one of them can drink. So she was trying to head me off, give me an off ramp to get away from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, I guess you could make applesauce and boiled chicken.
One probably got diabetes, and the other, it's amazing. It really is.
Jello. Make them some jello.
Jello shots.
Yeah, yeah. Martha, bring your teeth, okay? We're having Jello. It's amazing.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
That's hilarious.
What time's your party tomorrow, Grumpus?
I think she said 1 o'clock, 1:30, something like that.
Okay.
Are they going to come by and pick it up, or do you have to deliver?
Well, I thought they were going to pick it up tonight, but when they dropped it off last night, they said, "Well, if you could bring it with you Sunday, that'd be good." So,
Oh, so you're invited.
oh yeah, yeah, it's an ex neighbor of mine.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we were neighbors for probably 20 years.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Uh, so I'll probably get up around 8 in the morning and put this stuff in the oven for 200 degrees and let it warm up for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
And then I'll haul it over there and slice it and pull the pork and all that stuff. I
That'll,
think they've got some chicken breast and
uh-huh.
things like that. They got a Traeger over there. I'll just because I told her the chicken. I don't want to do that the night before. It'll be all dried out. And
Exactly. Yeah.
let's just do that about an hour before things start. So I got a 4 or 5 hour cook tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah.
Hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
And that's going to be some good food tomorrow.
Well, I
I'm,
hope everything. It's still in foil. I hope it all came out all right.
oh, I'm sure it
We'll
did.
know when I unwrap it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I may have to do a emergency run to Rudy's or something.
Did you video it?
Well, I thought about that, but my neighbor next door, my new neighbors,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
they had a party this evening. So all day long, he had lawnmowers running and leaf blowers running out back, and it would just been impossible to
That sounds
film it.
like my whole life right there.
So,
Where I live, behind me, you go out on the balcony, you can look across the parking lot, and there's a big block wall. We're surrounded. I feel like I'm in Sing Sing or something. But you can look down, you can see the airport, you can see the planes coming in and out, and you can see
okay,
part of downtown, the lights and everything else like that. So on Friday, our landscapers come through, okay? They don't cut grass no more, they all leaf blowers, okay? Now they're giving people tax credits not to have grass, but to have desert scapes, they call it,
yeah,
or astroturf. So
Okay.
nobody cuts grass no more. But on Monday, all right, when I'm trying to do the podcast or even trying to shoot a video,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that development behind me, the whole development, these guys, is 4 or 5 of them, walked through the development with 4 or 5 leaf blowers going at the same
Industrial sized ones too, probably.
yeah, never fails.
for hours
Yeah.
and hours and hours. Marie says to me, she said, I can see you. I can see this. Your ears are wiggling.
Mm-hmm.
You're, you're ready to blow up. I said, well, I guess that's the way it is right now. My problem is I got to learn to shut things off.
Well,
Can't, I
that's
mean,
what I do.
the stress level, I mean, it's just like unbelievable. The people in the grocery stores now, they'll walk up with the cart, leave it in the middle, and they're standing there looking.
Yeah, just stand there
Don't you
staring.
hate that?
It's like,
I try to
excuse
be,
me.
I try to be calm. And one lady said to me, "Yeah, 1 minute."
I would have turned around and went down a different aisle.
Well,
No,
now at the HEB, there's so many people buying their groceries and having them delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Now they've got these big. It looks like a shelf unit that they're pushing up and down the aisles because they're pulling groceries for like 4 or 5 people at the same time,
Right.
and
And
you
it's
can't get around the damn carts or whatever it is they're calling them.
right.
now well, I know Target's doing it because the Target by me has food. Smith's, which is Kroger's, they did
Mhm.
it just now. All these stores now are putting separate, not entrance, but separate doors for food deliveries.
Okay.
They'll put carts on it, tag it with a number. You get a number. You'll pull up, okay, on your cell phone. I'm here in lane 6 or parking spot 6, okay, and out they come with the stuff.
So I don't want somebody else picking my groceries for me.
Here's my point. I'm watching this dude with the phone, and he's
Mhm.
picking groceries and stuff. Actually, his produce. Okay,
Mhm.
so they got a big bin that they're putting this stuff in. He took celery and just threw it into the bin. Just threw it. I said, "Whoa, boy, what's this world coming to? Really?"
Well,
Well,
it's
first of all,
no
nobody
no
has any.
pride in work.
That's right. Yep. Nobody takes any pride in their work anymore. I mean, that's not true. There are some people who do. Um, but that's one thing I've been trying to really stress with my son lately. Because, he had the bad dishwasher fiasco.
Right.
And I told him, I said, you got to stop. Number one, being lazy. And number two, I don't care what you do for a living, but be the best damn whatever that is.
That's right.
Yeah,
Is.
yeah,
Or
I
if you're
agree.
scraping
What
gum,
you're choosing to do to
you're
make your living
scraping chewing gum off the bottom of the table, be the best
be
chewing
the
gum
best one.
scraper out there.
That's right.
Uh, Unbelievable. I had people coming in and out of the restaurant, full work, okay, and you'd see them. When do I get to go on break?
Yeah.
I said
They
11
do,
o'clock. 11 o'clock tonight.
they do the minimum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when we're
Absolute
done.
minimum.
I had a kid come in from culinary school. I knew his dad real well. He said, "Can you give my boy a job? He's on break and this and that." "Yeah, no problem." Well, he
Mhm.
came in with the full regalia on. He had the white coat, the checkered pants.
Yeah.
They were just coming up the Crocs and all this stuff like that.
Right.
Had a bag of knives. So I said to him, I said, "Hey, John, how you doing?" "Good." He says, "What what do you want me to do? I can start prepping and this and that." I said, "Here's what we're gonna do. Take that jacket off, okay, and get that rubber apron over there. Put that
Uh-huh.
on there, and get to know that dishwasher right there for a little while."
There you go.
He did that. He did that for a week and quit on that following Monday.
Is
Yeah.
that right?
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to start at the bottom.
Well, I said to him, I said, first of all,
You
I don't
need
know
to.
what your capabilities are.
Right.
Okay. Number two, you're not going to screw up my menu, okay, and steady customers that I have coming in here, because you don't know how I operate.
That's right.
I said, you got to learn the line. You got to learn how I operate things in here. You got to know how that dishwasher. I said, matter of fact, that dishwasher right there, and the person
Mhm.
who does that, okay, tells me what's good and what's not coming back, what's left on the plate,
Mm,
okay, the whole
mm,
bit. I said, so you got to take that in consideration. I said, that's class number one.
yeah.
Start washing dishes. Yeah, 1 week and he quit.
Mm, mm, mm.
Well, I remember that working downtown. I ran a cabinet shop, and somebody had hired somebody for a favor for somebody else they knew. And anyway, they stuck him down there to help me.
Ugh.
I didn't need I didn't need help to start with. They stuck him down there, and we worked for a couple of days. And I come in one morning, and he's got his arms folded, and he's leaned back against one of the work tables. And I commenced to doing all my stuff like that. And after about a half hour, I just stopped and asked him. I said, "Are you going to do anything today?" He said, "Well, I don't know what to do." I said, "What was you doing yesterday?" "Well, I was doing this." I said, "Did you finish?" "No." I said, "Well, how about you start there?"
Right? No kidding.
I mean, geez.
Hey, big man. Troy, his first job was a dishwasher.
That
Yeah.
was my first job, dishwasher at a bakery.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And,
I never was
and,
so sick of baking pans and baking sheets in my life. I done a stack of about 200 every night.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
It's a lot. It took me all night, just about
Yeah, I
the
bet.
whole shift.
Well, one thing I know about my son is when he sees a large amount of something that needs to be done, his brain kind of shuts down because he doesn't know where to start. And I'm like, you've got to get over that. You know, when I'm cleaning the house, sometimes it's overwhelming to me too, especially this table that I sit at because everything I own is here, all my crafting stuff. But I clean it about every other day. I clean it off, I wipe it down, and I said, it gets overwhelming for me too. But you can't get anything accomplished by just staring at it.
You
right.
just start.
Just pick up one thing, put it where it goes.
It's Ponderosa, and then I quit.
and went to the pizza joint. I'll tell you what, my son lives in Florida. He doesn't work at the pizza place anymore, but he worked there a good 12 years.
Mm.
And by the time he left, he was pulling in about 8 grand a year making
Yeah,
pizzas.
You probably make a pretty good pizza at that point.
yeah.
Yes, he made a great pizza.
When I our place sold, and I went to another place, I became the sous chef at this one place, Yankee Clipper on the Jersey Shore,
Hmm.
and they had a big staff. I mean, this place was rocking and rolling, and it had a real big staff. Downstairs, upstairs, I was fine dining upstairs, but then if they needed help, I'd go down and pull tickets and whatever,
Hmm.
and it was all fast food downstairs and everything else like that. But I'd go back up again, and especially on a weekend, was jam packed busy.
Mm.
It had a panoramic view of the ocean. We had
Ooh.
lights on there. It was really beautiful. So we would have people coming in from from overseas and or from Mexico, whatever, and they would come in and work. So we had people from Guatemala, also Mexico, all good cooks, but they were willing to learn what was going on.
Hmm. Hmm.
They brought one guy came to me and he said, "I have a friend that needs work. Can you help?" I said, "Yeah, bring him in." We put him on a dishwasher. He was like back then. I guess he was maybe like early 30s. Let's put it that way. So as the night's going on, we're busy, busy, busy. And I call him, "You come here, get the bucket, bring the." And he worked real fast the whole bit. But I'm watching, and as the food was coming in, because you'd have a round thing, rubber thing, you'd bang the plate on to get the throw the garbage in. And I'm watching him eating scraps that people left off there. It slowed down. I went over. Come here to me. What are you doing? I had a translator, another kid. The guy's name was Jose. The pastry chef would scream. She would yell, "Jose!" I said, "He's busy. Call Hose B." You know. But I had this guy would come over and I says, "Why is he doing that?" Back and forth. He said, "He's hungry. Doesn't eat." I said, "Here's what happens. You tell him to come in a half hour early tomorrow, and he's going to eat like a human being. Okay,
Yeah,
so he didn't have to eat that."
right.
And that went on from there. And I'm telling you, the guy was so humble, but I tell you, what a worker. This guy was fantastic. Eventually, I brought him onto the line,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
on the broil and stuff like that. So the work ethic is, to me, I look at people how they do things, and then I watch
Oh
other
yeah.
people that are just like, wow.
My
And,
brother used to be the superintendent of a country club's golf course. He was the person in charge of making sure those greens were perfect for all those fancy golfers out there.
mhm.
And he said, you know, he was in charge of all the workers, that all the landscapers and everything that took care of the golf course. And he was a hiring and firing person too. And he said he would rather hire a dozen Mexicans than one white guy because they will put in 5 times the amount of work as one white guy. I mean,
Most of the time, yeah.
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 He said, I won't hire a white guy.
Like, I mean, things have. Matter of fact, that's why I actually got out of the restaurant business is because the money was starting to go down for a chef.
Hmm.
Okay, six figures.
Well, and
Okay,
food costs were probably going through the roof.
and then now and then at that time it started dropping down
Hmm.
because I'll tell you a quick story. When I lived in Florida, I would organize to get people together, all like the neighbors. Okay, we'd all get together, and one person would pick one place for the month to go to eat.
Hmm.
Okay, and then the next person. So we would all meet, and everybody paid their own tickets and everything like that. But tried get together and tried all these different restaurants.
Hmm.
So I found this Italian restaurant, and my neighbor, name is Tony. God rest his soul. What a great guy. He owned a pizzeria up in just outside of Dayton, Ohio.
Hmm.
So his daughter would run it, and he would come to Florida. Him and his wife would come to Florida, And me and him got along real good. I mean, we laughed constantly.
Hmm.
So we we go to this Italian restaurant, and the way they advertise it, everybody's from Italy. Okay, food is outstanding, and the food was good. But when you walked in, they had an open kitchen. So you walk in, and you could see the whole staff. Okay, that was there. So he walks in, and he said, "Hey, Tom," real loud. He screams, he's Tony. He says to me, "Hey, Tom, I thought you said this was an Italian restaurant. Am I going to get guacamole and something else?" This is all Mexicans that were cooking the food
Oh,
in the restaurant. So the one owner come over and he says, "Hey, what do you mean?" He says, "You advertise everybody's Italian." He says, "What part of Italy are you from? Juarez?" Juarez, Italy. But the food was good. But that's my point. How things have changed.
yeah.
You know.
Hey, Steve, how are you doing tonight? Yeah, things have definitely changed.
Well, the guy I was telling you about, after about a week, I took him back upstairs. Like I said, I didn't hire him. And I
Right.
told him, I said, you need to send him upstairs on one of the construction sites. He's always there a problem down there. And I said, yeah, I think he might have an accident next week.
Oh yeah,
I said,
yeah.
you need to get him away from me.
Eh.
Great.
Well, I mean, he was just some punk kid from some old lady up on one of the floors that somebody was
Right.
trying to get close to. So they
Better than being a dog
hired
with.
her son and dumped him on me.
That's always the way, though. That is always the way.
Okay. That is, I need to buy some ginger and some turmeric to grow.
Oh,
And
guess who's got long beans growing?
you, Miss
About,
Vicky.
about 3 inches tall.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Oh, we'll see what happens.
Oh, I'm sure they'll grow.
And I
Yeah.
and
Sure.
I need to ask you, what do I do with them? Do I break them like a green bean, or do I shell them like a pea? What do I
You,
do?
they're like a green bean.
Okay,
But one thing I will advise: do not boil them. You need to quick fry them because
okay,
they have a different texture than a regular green bean.
okay.
And if you overcook them, they'll they'll squeak like cheese. You know,
Oh,
like
really?
yeah, they're an interesting. Um, what I did
Eating
with
beans again.
That might be fun.
yeah,
Hello.
You just put
what
more
I did,
butter in them, or more bacon.
well, yeah, or I'll tell you what I did with mine. I put some butter in the bottom of the pan, put some garlic in there and some onions. Well, onions first, then the garlic. And then I threw the beans in. And when I was just about to take them out, I diced up a tomato and threw that in there. And oh man, they were good. They were really good.
At this Winco,
Hmm.
French cut string beans, 12-ounce bag, $1.38.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a ton of that. Brussels sprouts, the same thing. Charlie, ain't them beans ain't that ones you got to pull the string off them?
The long beans,
Yeah.
um, well, I pulled the strings off of all the beans.
Okay.
So I don't like any strings in my beans
Okay.
at all.
So you just like beans, not string beans.
Right.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get.
These
Yeah.
are some
Yeah.
seeds. Tom, these are some seeds that Charlotte sent me. And these beans, what, a foot and a half long?
Oh, at least, yeah, yeah,
2
at
foot
least
long?
18 inches. Yeah, they get really. Did I send you the red ones?
I don't know. It had some little girl holding a big,
A
big.
big bundle of beans. Yeah,
Yeah.
the red ones are beautiful. They're such pretty. It's a pretty plant.
But we had
Charlie,
an empty pot, and I told her, I said, just throw them beans in there and see if it's close enough to fall. Maybe they'll do something.
Yeah, they'll look. They love the heat. They love it. So
Charlotte, go to the store and buy yourself a piece of ginger,
yeah.
and if they have turmeric there, buy that. Stick it in the ground, no, bro.
So I was going to do that this weekend. I saw some ginger over there at Walmart, and it was a big old chunk. And I thought, man, I could get 3 or 4 plants out of that, right?
So when you look at it, okay, and you
Hmm.
see the base, and all of a sudden you start see these little nubs on them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the ones you plant them,
Plant. Mm-hmm.
and
Well,
that's where them nubs will come out.
there was a sticker on it that said from China, and I didn't do it because I didn't. Look, I am terrified of all this food they're bringing over from China
Everything we
because
eat.
I don't know what they're spraying it with. And that's why
Charlie,
I have a garden.
when we go to the store and we buy Smithfield ribs or Smithfield pork,
Hmm.
okay, that is raised here in the states, sent over to China, packed, and then sent back again.
That don't make any sense.
That's what China owns Smithfield Farms. They bought that. That really happened. So what they
Oh,
do is they raise it here, send it over, pack it, do whatever they got to do. They'll send the whole hog, okay, and then they'll send that and they'll butcher that up over there, not here. I did extensive research on that whole thing about, especially when they're talking about food recalls. Okay, most of our beef and stuff is either we 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 sell most of our beef, but we buy beef from Argentina,
okay.
Brazil, all down through there. Okay,
Yeah.
they shut out the little guy. They shut out most of the Texas ranchers and stuff like that. It's crazy.
They you mean irradiate? Steve, is that what you mean?
But if you bought ginger, even if it came from China, if you're going to break it up and put it in the ground and grow your own,
Yeah, it's the
that,
root.
that should eliminate any issues, don't you think?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go to Rouse's and see if they have American made ginger or some other place. China bothers me.
Don't find.
You know? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I mean I get it. Most out here, most of our vegetables come from Mexico.
yes.
They cross the border. So
Or
now
some
with the tariff,
about that.
now with the tariffs and everything on it, okay, they're going through the roof.
I didn't know that. When I lived in Virginia, I lived right down. I could get to the Smithfield. There's a there's a town called Smithfield, and that's where they had a big pig or whatever. The plant was there, and it took me maybe 45 minutes to get there. Beautiful little town, beautiful town.
Yeah, I'm nothing wrong with it, but I mean, there's nothing. What dog father saying, okay.
Yeah,
I lived in North Carolina, and the town I lived in had a big processing plant for
right,
Smithfield. Okay,
uh,
they dumped half the people. There were jobs and stuff and everything like that.
right.
So I mean, even the food that we're getting imported here, as far as beef and cattle and stuff like that, they keep saying that. Well, it's because of the drought. Feedlots are slowing down and all stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, come on,
Crap.
that fiddle broke a long time ago. Playing
Hmm.
that same old crap.
Well, we lived in Chesapeake, Virginia, and sometimes I wonder why did we move. I remember why we moved, but still, I enjoyed it there a lot. I think we could have moved out in the country and been happier than a pig in slop. You
And they
know,
get sent to China.
Yeah.
right, right, to be butchered and sent
Yeah.
back. Oh, your aunt lives in Chesapeake. We lived in, where the Monitor Merrimack Tunnel is. It was just about in my backyard. I lived in Western Branch area of Chesapeake. I miss it. I miss it. Now I don't miss how crowded Chesapeake was because it is. Well, that whole area, Chesapeake, Suffolk. Suffolk's not as crowded. I don't know. It might be now, but Portsmouth, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, all that area is so crowded. So many people, and I think if we would have moved up north, maybe near Williamsburg or up in that area, it would have been so nice. God, I used to love it up there. And
Yeah.
actually, Smithfield is a beautiful town. There's not a lot of work there, but Most people who live there travel into the bigger area to go to work.
I told Marie the other day. I said if we stayed in North Carolina this whole time, I would have had some Southern accent.
You probably would have.
Yeah.
You
What
might.
are
You
you looking at, y'all?
might. Oh God, Tom, no, it don't look good
Y'all
on.
get off my land.
Get off my land.
Y'all.
Be like those two old guys on second. Remember that movie, Secondhand Lions,
Yeah.
sitting on the front
Funny.
porch with their shotguns. Oh, your other aunt lives in Williamsburg. That's so funny. It's a great area. It really is. Kingsmill. And you
I
can make
watched.
good money living up there too. I'm
I
sorry.
watched this. I watched this woman who has a. I can't think of her name right now, but she's a chef. Okay, and she has a couple places in North Carolina.
Right.
So we lived in Salem, actually Sampson County,
hmm
and Clinton, and she's from Kingston, Kinston, Kinston. All
hmm
right, and that's where Mount Olive is. Mount Olive is the next town over.
Okay.
Okay, but in that same area where they make all the the pickled peppers and all that stuff like that, olives. And she was doing a thing about hand pies.
Oh yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I laughed so hard. She was funny as hell. She she went to where they were, where they came from. So she what she was trying to do is she was trying to come across with a process to make it for her another business starting a bakery.
Okay.
Just doing that.
Just hand pies.
He's got that right. That's right, dog father. That's him. That's her. But
Vivian.
I laughed so hard with her because they made her a judge to judge in these hand pies, and then they had what the hell was it? A pepperoni roll.
Okay.
Okay, they made the pepperonis in a mining town,
hmm
and everybody carried their pail. All right, and they started making this stuff. So she was at towards the end of it. She said, "I don't know if this is a good idea or not." She said, "I must have ate one, 100 hand pies, apple pies, and probably 1,000 of the pepperoni sticks or the
Well,
pepperoni bread and stuff."
um, hand pies used to be. Uh, I think it started in Europe, but they were easy meals for people, and
Mhm.
they were savory with meat and stuff in them, and onions
Exactly.
and things like that.
Yeah.
So I've often thought about making them here. I would use puff pastry if I was going to do it.
Yeah, she was making everything from scratch, and then she went through the whole processes of it and doing it, and
Mhm.
then she went back to her place, and they were trying to
Right.
trying to get it together. In other words, trying to automate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, find a fast way to make them. And she was talking about, well, the ones we make took us 2 minutes to make. The one they were making was 38 seconds and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So the timing and everything else like that. But just the way she was talking made me laugh. I said, sometimes you got to really weigh things out about what you want to do as far as business. You know?
That's right. Well, and there's also you could buy dough already done, right?
Yeah, I think she was looking more or less cost effective and stuff like that. Had to
Mhm.
cut it with lard or butter, you know,
Right.
and doing it all
Lard,
different ways and stuff.
definitely lard.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's all I've been using lately. I mean, I still use my olive oil, butter, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But if I do any kind of shallow frying, I use lard.
I use a lot of lard here.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to my doctor about that one.
Oh Lord, don't tell him. Just don't bring it up, Tom.
He might go like this. Nothing wrong with it though. Just like beef
No,
tallow. I mean, it all gets a bad rap. All of it gets a bad
it
rap.
does get a bad rap because, and you know what's so crazy is I keep telling people over and over again, the fat is not killing us. The sugar is.
Yeah, that's known fact.
No,
Known fact.
I ate bacon every single day for 4 solid months. It lowered my cholesterol and my triglycerides.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, when
I
I'm
need to
cook,
try that.
when I'm making a video, okay, Charlotte, what's even better is go to a butcher shop and just get what the hell? Boy, this is crazy.
That stuff.
What do you call it? The belly, pork belly.
Pork belly.
Jesus,
Yeah.
just I use that all the time.
I know, I know. And you know what? The first time I ever cooked it, I think I overcooked it and it was kind of gross. It was hard to chew. I,
No, I take the hard skin off it, and then I'll cook it that way.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Maybe that's what I didn't do.
Well, you can slice it up, cook it like bacon. It's just not smoked. So
Okay.
what I'll do with that is I'll slice that up. They're kind of thick. I'll slice that
Mhm.
up, cook that up, and I'll use onions and apples, and
Okay.
finish it with some cinnamon.
Okay.
Can't go wrong.
Can you do it in a skillet?
Yep,
Okay.
sure do.
Dogfather said that the hard skin is the best part.
Hey, oh, I'm 71 years old. I can't chew no more.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, exactly. If I was that really ambitious, I would take that skin, boil
Mhm.
it, and make pork rinds. As much pork rinds as I use. I
I
don't know.
like, now that's I like the flavor of pork rinds. I just don't like how dry they are.
Yeah,
But I love the flavor. I add it to meatloaf. I add it to truffles. I add it to all kinds of stuff.
I'll crush them
Mm.
and then take that and I'll make the cheese crackers with them.
Mhm.
Put
Mhm.
them in there, or I'll just take the pork rinds, put them on a plate, and take some shredded cheese, put it over top, put that into the microwave. Not too much, and it's another good snack.
Well,
I've used it as a substitute for breadcrumbs a lot.
Yeah, good stuff.
I'll do it for like Parmesan crusted chicken or pecan crusted chicken. I'll take them pecans, put it with instead of breadcrumbs, I use the pork rinds,
Hmm.
put Parmesan with it or whatever I want with it, all the spices, and bam, I put it in the oven and bake it, and that's crispy, nice crispy topping.
I use that for eggplant. I'll do it rather than
Mm,
breadcrumbs. Put it on
mm,
eggplants and stuff like that. I
yeah.
even make the eggplant French fries, and I'll sprinkle the dust over it when they're done.
Okay. Oh, that sounds good. What is porchetta?
You got to check out his channel. He makes a great porchetta.
Yeah,
What is it though?
rolled pork.
Oh, does it have stuff in it? It
Yeah,
like a jelly roll almost?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
a lot of
cool.
herbs and stuff. And his pork
Yeah.
belly.
That sounds delicious.
Cook that and then
He's got
slice it
he's
nice.
got a video or two out on it. I mean, that
Yeah.
skin is just as tight and crisp.
Mm. Woo. That sounds
Now, see,
delicious.
now when I do a pork picnic, okay, I like to roast that to the point where that outside you can hit it with the back of the knife,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
and that you Marie goes crazy for that.
yeah.
Oh
My
yeah.
mom used to do it that way. Then she'd cut that off for us to give to the dogs.
Okay.
Well, us kids out there behind the doghouse, we'd be breaking our teeth off trying to eat that stuff.
Oh my.
The
I'm
dog was
looking
lucky
at
to get
his
any.
I'm looking at his intro video and it looks freaking amazing. Oh my gosh.
I tell
Oh
you,
my,
he's got a great channel.
oh, I need to learn to do all this. Mm. Good God, that looks delicious. Y'all know I'm hungry, right?
I am now.
I made. I told you all my appliances, my small appliances broke, right?
Uh,
Thanks for putting that
yes.
up there, Jane.
Yeah, thank you. Different styles of porchetta, some with herbs, some stuffed with Italian sausage, depends on the region. Okay, okay. Oh, that looks so delicious.
Tom, you gonna get you another grinder?
I don't know yet. I
Is that
really
what you're
don't know.
after? A grinder and what else broke?
Well, what else? I can't remember, but the other one was the grinder
I,
was the
bu-
big thing.
yeah, I bought mine at Academy. It wasn't that much.
Okay.
See, you know what the problem is? Is because as soon as I moved, it broke. We threw it out. So that space that that grinder took up got filled with something else
Ugh.
Oh man, you should have left the dead thing there and kept your
from a
space.
little from a little woman about that big.
Right, right.
So I might have to put it in the bedroom with
Well,
us
just
between us.
leave it on a coffee table for a few days.
Should find a place to put it.
No, no,
Uh,
Grumpus, because there'll be a plant in it.
look, didn't you say your air fryer had gone out too?
Well, I lost. Actually, I lost two crock pots.
Yeah.
Also, the oh my what do you call it? My food processor.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, but I bought a little smaller one.
Do you like it?
Oh, this thing is a beast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's got four blades on it. You know what I mean?
Uh
It's
huh.
got comes with a glass bowl. Also has a stainless steel bowl that goes. You can put it in
Oh,
there for cold whipping stuff and everything like that. Yeah, it works great.
good,
But
good.
matter of fact, I made sausage maybe 3 weeks ago. Gone. I mean,
Oh,
we ate it up already. You know what I mean? So I think I might have to just buy one and get it over with.
yeah. It might be a good idea just to jump in feet first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the one I got was a limb, Mighty Bite or something like that. It's small footprint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it's got a number 8 die on it.
Oh, really?
But I mean, I ground up. See, I bought 3 briskets, and my sister bought 2 one weekend when they had them on sale.
Mm-hmm.
And we ground up all 5 of them just back to back to back. I mean, the thing never got hot, overheated, or anything. And like
Yeah.
I
I
said,
got.
it wasn't that expensive, or I wouldn't have one.
Right.
Yeah. Well, probably next time I go to want to make burgers or something like that because I hate buying. I don't buy ground beef.
Right.
I make my own. So
Well, and that is something that's kind of necessary in your kitchen. That grinder because of that.
Yeah.
I had the Gander Mountain grinder number 8, which was the same as Limb. Now I'm using the one from Meat.
Yeah, the meat's got some nice stuff too. I'm not sure my loan would be approved.
yeah, exactly. And see, that's the other thing. Even the appliances. I talked about it with a couple other guys I know. I said, you buy this stuff, you're paying good money for it, and it's junk.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely made out of plastic,
or
you know,
breaks gears. But
sheet
my
metal.
my KitchenAid, I've had that probably 25 years. Okay,
Hmm.
and the damn gears broke.
Oh no.
I wasn't going to throw it away, so I dabbled into the mechanic. Matter of fact, I had glasses, magnifying glasses with the lights on it, trying to put the pin inside the gear and all this.
Godfather, where you live? I'm going to his house for dinner. Oh man. See, now my son is interested in barbecuing, and I'm thinking about getting him one of those
Mm.
monument grills like you were talking about, um, Tom.
What's
The
that? Oh, the monument. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. They got some good some good equipment. I mean,
Hey Johnny, how you doing? He's on the East Coast. He's up real late tonight.
yeah.
Uh,
Where's he at? He's up in New Hampshire, right?
I believe New Hampshire.
mhm, yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I can't do that accent.
I got a chef friend of
Like,
mine. I got a chef friend of mine from the UK.
yeah.
He sent me a message saying, "Tom, I got a problem."
Yeah.
He said, "I got to go to Amsterdam this weekend and judge a steak a cooking contest."
Hmm.
I said, "Oh, you poor thing."
Oh, oh, And what? Yeah, poor thing.
Well, Alton, did you not like it, or is it just you got too many toys? I think Alton, aren't you in like Pflugerville or something like that, which is out towards Austin way, I believe.
Oh, he's in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not as far as New Hampshire. Of course, then again, maybe it is. Texas is a big old place.
New Hampshire just that's just East Texas.
Yeah.
Well, what is Mississippi? South Texas.
That's southeast Texas.
Texas.
I thought that was
Wait,
part of Mexico.
work great. Yeah. He lives in Peeville. Peeville.
Yep, yep. I thought so.
Alton, all I can think about is that Chipotle slaw. Ooh. Ooh. Stop it, y'all. I'm
That
sorry,
sounds interesting, doesn't it?
doesn't it?
Mm.
Yes, it does.
Way too many grills.
I'll turn my son on to his channel too because he can learn a lot. My son's only 16, and he really likes to get out there and fiddle fart around on the grill. So far, he's not ruined anything. He's come close, but he hasn't ruined it.
I don't know.
Well, he's
Well,
starting to take he's starting to take interest in the young gals. So he needs to understand. He gets a lot more attractive if he can cook.
If he can cook, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. Not
it's a blessing.
crochet though.
It's a blessing and a curse. I mean, sometimes you feed them, they won't go home.
Grumpus says, "Ask me how I know."
Ask me how I know.
That's
Oh,
funny.
see, now that's a secret that women have known for decades, centuries even. Don't cook for one unless you want to keep it.
Well, I didn't know that at the time.
Well, you should have known
I,
because I'd
I
have told
thought I was flaunting my independence.
I told you all the secrets, okay?
See, you got to be careful when you fool around with the waitress.
Just like tell my daughters all when they were little and coming up, if you don't trust somebody enough to go into business with them, don't marry them.
Right? Because
Yeah,
that household is a business.
That's exactly
yeah.
right. It is.
But you can be fooled by the business person too.
I guess you're probably right. You're probably right. But still, that trust factor. Hopefully, it's there. I think steak bites, smoked queso, nacho. Oh shit! Nope. Never mind. That sounds so good. I'm gonna watch that. Okay, I'm watching that one.
I need water.
I just subscribed and I clicked all notifications. So hopefully, I will get me an education too. The only education I have so far is that Grumpus taught me how to make a smoker out of my little tiny grill, which was kind of cool. Grumpus, it worked. It worked.
Have you tried it since?
Yeah, a couple times.
Great, great.
Yeah. You're welcome. I know you don't need it, but I'm excited now because wow, your channel looks amazing, and the food.
You won't be disappointed.
I know I won't. I wasn't disappointed just looking at it and drooling. I wonder where Mona is tonight. I haven't seen her.
I'm surprised she hasn't hopped up here.
Yeah, me too. I hope everything's all right. 'Cause I didn't see her last night either. We could all we all could use all the love. That's true, and that is true. Yes, you are correct.
Well, you're
Uh,
at the right place. We're all lovers here.
yeah, for the most part,
Eh.
except for that old dude up there at the top next to me. He'll stab you with your own knife.
and then give it back to you.
Take it back.
Dirty.
Yeah,
And oh, hey, and he'll close it on you first.
yeah. I did nothing.
That's hilarious. Poppy will not take a knife back if I hand it to him closed. Or yeah, because he'll open it for me and then I'll close it and he gets ticked off with me. He's like, "You no 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 no, open it back up."
No, I
Okay,
haven't
Well,
seen that, Alton.
is that Alton? Is that from YouTube itself?
I made the last thumbnail with it for the pool. Okay, have you seen the new AI tool? YouTube will build your thumbnail for you. Oh wow.
They had. I was reading something where somebody was using AI, and it was. Oh, okay. Somebody was using, from where I don't know, AI to do some of the videos and stuff that they were
Mhm.
making, and halfway through it, they were switching to porn.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I said, be my luck.
Oh no. Now I use Canva's AI to make a lot of my
Thumbnails.
nails. Yeah. Yeah. It's so easy. You just tell it what to do and it does it.
I have to look into that.
Because I usually just pull a snapshot out of my video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I haven't used
I have to check it out.
AI. I'll check that out.
Yeah, good to know. Really good to know. It's changing. I mean, even YouTube is changing so fast with
I
Oh,
things.
it
can't keep
certainly
up with it.
is.
Oh man.
And I don't know about y'all, but have y'all noticed that views are down a little bit?
Huh.
And
I don't know.
Up
actually,
and down.
Both my watchers are pretty consistent.
really, okay. Darling. I've noticed that they are. I don't know if it's the time of year or
View,
what.
views aren't down, but I tell you, a lot of what do you call them? Comments. The comments are just like
Yeah.
nil. I mean, if I got 15, 20 people look at, make a comment on it, that's a lot.
Yeah, Tom, I'm guilty of that. I watch all your videos. I just don't always I don't comment that often.
Yeah,
But
I'm guilty too. I watch them at work, and I can't be clickety clacking all
Right.
night, all day at work.
And I'm
but it's
usually
not.
in my garden listening.
It's just not that. It's just how things are changing. I mean, now you get stats on what they're watching it from. Okay,
It's true, yeah.
a
Oh,
ago, a month
said,
ago, everybody was watching on big TV. Now back to the phone again. You know what I
right.
mean?
He
So
says they're down for his channel too. Well, I'm glad it's not just us little folks. I mean, no, I'm not, but I mean, I don't want it to be anybody, to be honest. But at least I don't think I'm, uh, you know, you can get your baby boy a 22-inch Weber dome that he could use to learn to get airflow mastered. They're about $150 a Weber dome. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. That's some. They've been around for years and years, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. He could. Yeah, something to practice on, anyhow. Maybe I'll just buy the monument for me.
you just
Maybe I'll
You
get a
buy it,
boxcar
buy it
group.
for him, and then you homestead it.
and Charlie, and then charge him rent for that.
Yeah.
Look,
It's a
me and
win-win.
me and him had to come to Jesus a couple days ago
Oh.
about his laziness. Look, he's making hundreds on his tests in the automotive class, but he's not doing the class work. He's got 18 0. 18. 18. So I told him Friday, they had a football game Friday, so he didn't come home at all. But I told him, I said, here's something you need to remember today. If I want you to go to your class, ask your teacher what you can do to get the grades for those 18 zeros, make up the work basically. And then at the end of the day, I want you to call me and tell me what he said. Tell me what the solution to this problem is. If you forget to call me like you forget everything else, you're not getting any new clothes to wear to homecoming. You can wear what you already have. Let me tell you what. Little man was prompt. He called me at 3:35 Friday afternoon.
Wow.
So
Look,
I learned something. I learned that he can't have a driver's license in December unless he has a C average and no zeros in school.
ooh.
Yep.
Well, I
So,
tell
so
you
what
what,
are the zero? What are the zeros? Is that homework or
No,
class
the zeros
participation or what?
mostly classwork, and he's just look. He has a habit of doing this. He's really a smart kid, super smart, like gifted program smart.
hmm.
He doesn't think he has to study or do any work because he makes hundreds on his tests.
Mm-hmm.
Well, usually that averages him out to about a C, so he can
Yeah.
pass. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes it's a D, but he still passes, right? So basically, what that unfortunately his giftedness has created a lazy monster because he
Yeah.
doesn't put any effort towards anything. And I'm about to fix him of that. I'm about to fix it by withholding everything he wants
I'll have to check that out.
to get results. I've also been a bit inconsistent this year with videos. A lot going on with sponsors and projects. A lot with Pit Boss 2. We launched my own playlist. Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty
Tom
good coup right there.
times he might chip the blade. Steve, that's a really good idea. I think I might do that. Get him one of
YouTube
those.
AI. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah. Well, I tried really hard to be consistent this year,
Well,
and
I've been pretty consistent. I haven't done anything.
you have. Well, you've been here every other Saturday like you're supposed to.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean,
You know,
Yeah, but
I
we
that's
haven't
all didn't get
disappeared.
cracked open like a chicken either.
see, Grumpus. This has helped me so much because it's really kept me motivated to do more, and that's what I needed was that kick in the pants to
Mm-hmm.
do more. You know.
I
Now I
mean,
just
this has been fun.
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I enjoy it.
It's always fun. Yeah. Um,
But it
Grumpus,
also
have you
gives me a chance to learn some new software and
mhm, mhm.
fool around.
Right.
have you had any trouble with EVMux?
I have not had a bit of trouble, Tom.
I tell you, when I do the recording for the podcast, it's been lagging.
Now, I have not tried to record anything.
So
I mean, when we're done here, I mean, it's we're going through EV Mux, but it's also going through YouTube, and YouTube uploads to YouTube, and everything seems to be fine. But I haven't tried to do anything special like you have.
yeah, it's good though. I mean, I'm not complaining about it. It's worth the money as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's as good as anything I've used.
I keep getting messages from Streamyard. We want you
Be-
back.
Begging you to come back.
Yeah, we want you to come back. This and
Tell them
that.
you
And
want
blah, blah,
1080p. You might think about it.
blah. I said, well, I'll come back. You pay me $45 a month.
Yes, yes, I did, Alton. I've been playing with it a lot here lately. In fact, I did edit a video with it for the first time 100%. It was for somebody else, but, let me cut my teeth with it.
What's that, Da Vinci?
Yeah, I like it. It's a whole different approach than what I'm used to. We're used to layers, Tom,
Yeah,
and it doesn't do layers, it does nodes. But once you figure that out, I mean, once I finally wrap my head around it, I got it, and it's not nearly so scary now.
yeah. I just did past past two videos I did from that shop cut.
Yeah.
Shot cut. Okay. It's got some crazy bells and whistles to it and everything else like that. Uploads much faster.
Well, I watch a guy named Daniel Battelle,
Mm-hmm.
who, and he's doing videos now on DaVinci.
Okay.
He was a Filmora ambassador, I believe,
Yes, I believe
and they
so.
kind of got crossed ways, and he started in on DaVinci, and he's taking us along on the ride as he figures it out.
Mm-hmm.
But on the node part, I just couldn't get it, and he finally explained it in a way I could understand it.
Mm-hmm.
That basically you've got an input and an output, like if you had a guitar plugged into an amp.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the nodes are your pedals.
Uh,
So anything you interject is going in between your input and your output, and it finally registered.
Mm.
well, I mean, you could watch over and over. The whole idea is that how?
It's not that
Yeah,
stress. It's not
yeah.
that stressful. It's
It
just
can be.
different.
It can be
Change
when you first turn on.
Changing from anything that you're used to something that you don't know is going to be stressful, and I don't need that kind of stress in my life either. So I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I had to detail my shop car once a week because all the girls I like had second lunch, and that's when I had shop. Oh my.
Unbelievable. Well,
Well, my son's shop, they take them to a whole different school because what they've done is a vocational center. They built a whole new building for all the vocational classes.
well,
So they take a bus. He has his during the second class of the day. And he takes the bus from the high school to the vocational center. And then when class is over, they go back. But yeah, I was going to tell you, we did get a solution. He is going to be able to make up the work, but he has to do it here at home on the computer.
cool.
I'm glad about that.
Oh well.
What happened to Grumpus?
I think we lost him. It says no connection.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at too.
Hmm.
And he just said, no, I hadn't had one problem with it. That was your makeup work, was detailing the car. That's funny. Oh my goodness.
I think I'm going to slide out because I got to get up early tomorrow.
You gonna leave me here all by myself?
Well, I'm waiting to see what
Oh,
he's doing.
okay. He'll be back. He'll be back. I have no doubt. But I
What's
know
your
that
plan?
what?
What's your plans for tomorrow, Charlotte?
Well, I have quite a few actually in my garden. I'm gonna put together my green stalk planter. It's a 5-tiered planter that has really deep pockets, 6 of them around each tier,
Mm-hmm.
and it spins. And it's a great way to grow food in a small space.
My neighbor has that.
Yeah, it's only like 2 foot by it's 2 foot in diameter,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. Plus, I have to plant some things. Good night, dog father. I will see you soon on your channel.
Alton, take care, buddy.
There
There
he
he
is.
is.
Oh, here I am.
So I've almost got the garden completely cleaned out for the fall plantings. I do have a few. Y'all, I got watermelons growing on a vine.
Jesus.
Still, two watermelons. Um, so I can't pull those out yet because they're not done. I've got some spaghetti squash growing. I can't pull those off yet. Um, I've got okra everywhere. Y'all, my eggplant is going berserk. I'm
Wow.
pulling eggplant off every single day. And I've got those poblano peppers that are just loaded, loaded. And I don't know what to do with all of them. So that's why I asked you if you can just, you know, freeze them without doing anything to them. I know it's apples and oranges, but I'm having a blast playing around with the AI app Suno to turn my poetry I write into. Oh, Steve, that's kind of cool.
Huh? Do they It comes with with music and everything else like that,
Tom, you might get a
Steve?
kick out of playing with that.
Yeah. The one I got, they keep sending me for upgrades and stuff. Well, I had the program for when I was playing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so I mean everything I use is copyright free. So
Well,
yeah,
you make most of your music, don't you, Tom?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I make all of it other than a couple things that I used for like Oriental music and stuff like that.
Uh huh.
Right.
For backgrounds and stuff like that. I got from AI and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But
'Cause I know YouTube pickings are kind of slim.
well, it's the
Yes.
same stuff over and over. And see, that's
Yeah.
the thing that makes me mad. I mean, is because they're quick to point the finger at me making beats from my drums that I did.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, only four notes you can play on a drums. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
they try to hammer me with copyright.
That's insane.
I told them around. I said, "All right, send me the sheet music to it, and we'll argue over it." That's the last
Right.
I heard.
So did they
Crazy.
remove the strike?
Yeah, they removed it. Yeah,
Okay, good. That's a good one. Send me the sheet music because
yeah,
I got mine right here.
exactly. So, but I mean, it's just the inconvenience that they put the strike on it. They got a
Right.
video up, and they hammer you with it. They cut that part out of it,
That's
and
right.
ruin the video.
Yeah.
Especially for struggling trying to get started in YouTube. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
That's why I'm hell bent to put out videos every week, without
Mm-hmm.
a doubt. Put it out, put it out, put it out, put it out.
Tom,
I
can I have some
they
of the motivation?
yeah. You know what though, Charlotte? That's what keeps me going.
Yeah.
Really, really does. I mean, it just keeps me involved. Going to the store, moving around. You talk about walking, so I walk
Mm-hmm.
up and down the aisles in the store.
Right. Right.
So
No, I still have to do the makeup work too. Oh, it was a deal to get the opportunity. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. You had to
so
do something just for the opportunity.
I've been getting some crazy offers for sponsors, but nothing to do with what I do.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, just
Look, there's a lady named Myra that keeps sending me emails wanting
you
me
know.
to buy soldier worms for my chickens. I don't have any interest in promoting dead worms on my channel, okay? And she texts, I mean, she sends me an email about once a week. Hello, this is Myra again. Leave me alone, Myra.
One lady named Jade sent me an email, something about water purifying
Mm-hmm.
handheld system.
Handy.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I deleted it. A couple days later, I get another one from Jade. I
Mm-hmm.
sent you an email last week about it, and I wrote back, "Wow, you have pretty eyes."
Oh, oh, oh,
No more. I didn't hear from her no more.
What are you wearing?
No, she's looking like this.
oh
Freaking
my,
asshole. Freaking asshole's got a camera on me. Unbelievable.
you're rotten.
It creates the music for me. Okay.
That's kind of cool. See, that's, I need to do that.
I looked into an AI program, but they wanted money for it. They wanted a lot of money for it.
Yeah.
But you can, in other words, you can. And I can't remember the name of it. I don't know if I have it written down. I might have thrown it away once I seen the price on it. But in other words, I could put lyrics in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I could put a beat in. I could explain to them in detail how I want it. I want background singers here. I
Uh-huh.
want a guitar sounding like BB King or Stevie Ray Vaughan,
Mm-hmm.
and just go right down the whole detail thing, and they would put this music up for you.
Don't you do that now?
What's that? No, I put I put everything in myself, but it's free.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
yeah I
thought.
have the, but I was looking into this other one where I can turn around and enhance it. You know how they try to sell you this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? Too many glitches and a lot of money. They want like almost like 60 for the smaller package, $69 a month.
Oh
No,
no.
I
no.
ain't doing that. It's ridiculous. So I'm just hoping that the program that I do have holds up. That's what made me nervous today, Grumpus, was when Microsoft started playing. I couldn't upload none of the maps I could upload.
Mm. Yeah, that would have scared me too.
Yeah, but
Well,
pretty
I
cool.
usually tell people when they start telling me having issues and tell them, I said, look, it may not be your problem. It's something on the other end.
Yeah,
Right.
It could
and it
be your
was.
router, it could be the modem, it could be tree fell on a line someplace that
Right.
cool your jets. Don't go screwing your whole system up yet because it may not be your fault.
Mm.
That was the talk down that I needed today. Marie got up from her computer and left. Went in the other room.
I don't
She
blame her.
she said, "I think Microsoft just lit your fuse." And you know what bothers me is nobody you can talk to. You know what I mean? From there,
Oh
Mm-hmm.
no.
I
No, you're
am
on your own.
I am a bot. Well, out here they, and he was funny. Out here, the state of Nevada had their system hacked,
Oh my.
shut the whole system down from the state. That meant everything. And the day before that happened, I got a thing from there about my registration. I told you this registration was due not till
Mm-hmm.
October. It was in August. August 16th is when they sent this thing out. Why so early? What are you doing this? And I said, no, I ain't going to fool with that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, that was part of the hack.
Oh wow.
They said nobody, they didn't get anybody's information so far
Mm-hmm.
that they know of. But I mean, it damn near shut the whole thing down. What it did was it shut down state police, all local police that use NICS
Uh-huh.
stuff, pull you over, check your, whatever your license plates. That
You
was
got
all shut down.
warrants and all that.
That all shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, boy, it's that close away from. What would we do Saturday night? I'd have to get drunk. I don't know. Still time for that, I think.
Yeah, I think it's time for Puppy to renew one of his cars. They don't do it by birthday here. They do it by when you got your tag, basically.
Okay, I know they do it by a birthday. I thought that was kind of crazy.
Because we have four cars, and all four of them are due a different month.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what it is here.
It's kind of annoying.
I
But
mean,
then,
generally it starts with the dealer. So whenever the dealer turns the stuff in, it kind of
right,
sticks with the vehicle the
the
rest
rest
of its
of your life.
life.
Well,
But
here,
then
no,
again, you don't have to come up with all four at once, which is nice.
no state income tax, like you guys, but
Mm-hmm.
all the fees that they hit you with. So when we first moved here in 2020, just bought the car in 19. So
Mm-hmm.
transfer the plates over, change everything over was $586.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I said, yeah, but they don't give you a 3 or 4 year registration like most states that I'm used to having. Florida has it 5 or 6 years. You have the same tags and everything.
Right.
The next year, right, was $530 because when you if you didn't buy the car here, you got to pay the sales tax back to them.
Oh.
So now this is 6 years later, okay, and it's the fee now is $168
Oh God.
every year.
Good.
It's-
I ain't trying to make you mad, Tom, but because we have older cars, um, our tags are only about $35 a year.
Mine's about 70
Is it?
per
Because you
per,
here
per vehicle.
yeah, they base it on the value of your car.
Mm-hmm.
So all of our cars, they're valuable to us because,
Sure.
they get us to where we need to go. But they're older cars. I think the newest one is a 2006, and we've got a
Yeah.
2003 truck. We've got a 93 truck and a 99 Mitsubishi.
Hmm.
Now, if we bought a brand new one, it'd cost us $600 a year,
Wow.
but it goes down every year according to the value.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to jump off. I got to get up early.
Yeah,
All
we're in
right.
overtime. I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, that sounds good to me too.
I'll be talking to you. Stay safe.
All
Well,
right, you too, Tom.
thanks for
Take
jumping
care.
up. I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you. Listen, have a good time tomorrow, Grumpus.
All right,
Take care of
thanks.
your toes.
Hey, Charlotte, as soon as you get the chamomile, let me know. I'll
I
buy
will.
some from you.
Okay. Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
I'll be awake until that time, so
Oh, all right. All right.
I won't be able to sleep.
I was going to say it might be next spring. We don't know.
Take care, guys. Good night.
Good
All right,
night,
we'll
dear.
see you, Tom. Well, Charlotte, I think we'll wrap this thing up.
Sounds good to me. I got a whole bunch to do tonight.
So, what is your schedule for the week on your live
Monday
streams?
night at 9:30, I'll be doing some crocheting. I'll probably do a couple of pop-ups next week in the mid-morning. And then next Saturday at 9:30, I'll be live with Grumpus again.
All righty, be there, be square.
That's right.
All right, everybody in the chat, appreciate you stopping in. I know you could have done anything this late at night, but you chose to be with us, and I appreciate it.
Me too.
So, with that note, I'll see you next week. See Charlotte next first part of the week.
Yeah.
We're out of here.
Good night, everybody.